knowledge supreme. Bobby ain't one, need mountain dream lore. Scuba camera haunting our show. Together we reveal the fear we bestow. Jump scares and monsters looking in the dark. Gore and more team ready to embark. Thrills and chills, we embrace them all.
And what's going on, Gorehounds? Welcome to another fantastic episode of the Gore and More podcast. I am not so mean. Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing the shit show in. However, I don't bring the shit show in alone. For with me, as always, are my beloved horror homies. Started off with that Dark Lord of Knowledge, all the way down from the Chattahoochee, that Chad Daddy, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
What's up, bitches? I am jealous of those glasses, by the way.
Thank you, man. Dollar store, bro. We have the Duke of the Dead, the Dean of the Deceased, the host with the Ghost, Lord Scubacabra, Mr. Steve Vasquez.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Dude, these things make me look like I'm having extreme cross-eye, like hard.
You have a problem right now.
Oh! And we have that
kicked in.
That's right. And then we have that beloved Meat Mountain, but you know him as that killing machine, Mr. Bobby Amone.
Good evening. Welcome to Monday the 28th. Only a few more days till Halloween.
I wish these were metal ones, though, because they don't really do the good, like,
yeah,
thing that Art was doing, like, in the fucking movie here. But, you know, they work nonetheless, dude. All right. So, that being said, we are talking.
If you're going to let that go, it's going to hurt your eye or something.
Nah, worth it. We're talking 2022's Terrifier 2. And I know, well, myself included, but these boys are fucking hungry and ready to talk about this movie. But before we do that, we got to do what we always do. Talk about maybe what we did this weekend or maybe what we didn't do. So, Mr. Vasquez, if you could please.
Probably that scene where oh, my bad.
Oh, that is not going away anytime soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your Slice of Life.
Yeah, buddy. Listen to them
Nice.
fucking pipes. Let me just say, first and foremost, shout out to Jacob. What's going on, homie? Thanks
What's up,
for joining
Jacob?
us in the fucking chat.
Jacob,
Oh,
how are
God.
you?
Chad Daddy, balls in your court, brother. How you been, man? How was your past weekend?
It wasn't too bad, you know. Nice 3-day weekend with the kids. They didn't have school on Friday, so
Okay.
mother-in-law came and got a couple of them. She came and got the two oldest ones, and Harper stayed because she didn't know why. We took her to Disney on Ice Friday night.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
That's already going. Wow. I didn't realize it started this early.
Mhm.
Oh, shit. That's awesome.
Yeah. So they were doing Frozen and Encanto, probably my two. Well, Frozen not so much, but I absolutely love Encanto. I could watch that over and
So,
over.
you know,
Encanto's great.
I'm not going to lie. This Frozen is lame as fuck. But the On Ice show that they put on with that is pretty cool because
The Encanto show was way better. Had all
Look.
these nice. They had actual aerial acrobatics and everything. It was
Oh, they
fucking
didn't-
fantastic.
Oh, so that's always, dude. There was always one girl that dresses as the Little Mermaid that always goes like fucking 50 feet up in the air on the rope and does the fucking spin. It's
Oh, that's what they did with
yeah.
Isabella.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Isabella.
probably.
and then she and Mirabelle both were up there. It's just so cool.
Dude. I was just gonna say, even if you don't care for Disney, as an adult, just going to enjoy the full out production value of that show is
Dude, it was
insane.
Dude, the fucking skating these people could do.
Oh, I'm not even. I mean, yes, 100%. But I'm not gonna lie. Half the time, I'm just looking at the fucking laser lights and the bubble machines and the fucking
fireworks.
crazy, like, yeah,
And
dude.
fireworks.
And I'm just like, this is fucking awesome, dude. And I'm like, not even watching the show. You all right? Chad
Ooh.
Daddy, good. Chad Daddy looks confused.
Chad Daddy.
Everything okay?
What happened?
I don't know what
Did
Did I
happened.
freeze?
No.
Nothing.
You
You're
weren't
good.
frozen, you were
You
just
just look
looking-
very confused all of a
No,
sudden.
You're
Everything
looking pretty
froze.
good.
Everything was completely frozen here.
Oh no, you're
No,
good.
no,
man.
everything
I
here
I
You're
probably looked like
fine.
a fucking stroked out because everything.
That's why you were just like-
froze. I was like,
You were just like looking around like,
I'm
We
sitting
thought
here
you heard
watching, looking
something
to-
else.
No, I'm sitting here looking to see if my signal dropped out.
You
know,
made
I'm
me
looking-
scared. I'm like looking behind myself. I'm like, should I be looking for something?
No,
looking
no,
at my back,
everything
I'm like-
froze.
I mean, Bob got a little fuzzy, but his audio's still there, so he's good. But anyways,
But anyway,
Disney
so we
on
went to that. It was actually, dude, it was so cool. You know, I fully, it just puts the Disney magic back into you watching something like that. And then at the end, you know, they bring out different Disney princesses and they're out in their respect. And then fucking Moana comes out and the place just goes fucking nuts.
you know what? And then the perv and you was just checking out all those women dressed as them princesses, and you're like, God damn. I'll say it, dude. I'll put the target on my back, whatever.
I'm saying nothing. So, yes, it is Disney. Yep. Disney or the Zuck was watching in on us.
Mm-hmm. Always.
So yeah, we did that.
They're going, oh, not today, Chat Daddy.
Goofy's like, oh, nope.
See,
But no, and then we did.
now here's the thing, I guess. Did they really? That was great. Did they really hit you with the magic of Disney? And that's usually hits you in the wallets the hardest.
We paid $25
For a popcorn
fucking
bucket,
slushy.
did you?
No, slushy. A
Oh,
slushy.
yeah. 100%.
Oh,
Yep.
For
Yo.
a slushy?
How
That's
bad was it as soon as
It's,
your
not,
kids
it's
saw
not
the
just a
light up?
slushy. It's a light up cup with an Olaf straw and everything.
Dude,
did it dance on
everything
your
they
lap
sell
for
there.
like 2 minutes at least? Like what else?
everything lights up there, dude. They're just like, hey man, you want this light up sword? $30. Hey man, you want these light up bubble wands? $30. You're like, fuck
30.
hey.
Dude, they were
Jesus
twice.
Christ.
When we were walking in from the parking garage, there were guys outside, vendors outside. Hey, these are $20. It's half price what they are in there. I'm like, you fucking serious? Like, I'm not even paying $20 for one of them.
Then they've definitely gone up. We haven't gone in a few years, but they were all like 30, 35 the last time we went. All them fucking.
I
wands
think
and
they were
shit,
40.
so.
I think they were 40.
Yeah.
But when Steph ordered the tickets online, she also ordered a light up princess crown for Harper. So she already had something anyway.
Nice.
I learned from my mistakes. Go to the dollar store first. You
Yep.
can get all the light up shit you fucking want. Which
Yep.
I will spend $40 at the dollar store before I fucking get you.
Thank you, Dollar Tree.
Fucking right, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Unofficial sponsor of the Gore Podcast.
And before we did that, I went to this one Walmart on the way down, just at the Pittsburgh Mills, and I actually, believe it or not, found one of the steelbook copies of Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Oh no shit! Did you pick it up?
Nice.
No, it was clearanced. I'm guessing somebody ordered it and decided they didn't want it, so they had to mark it down because the store don't even carry them. Like I did the price scan on my phone and nothing came up, so the store doesn't even carry it. It was still $36 fucking marked down from $50. I'm like, I love the movie, but I'm not paying that much just because it's a fucking steelbook.
No.
Oh, damn it.
I'm right there with you, homie. That's a little too much.
That's price gouging,
Especially when I've already got Disney Plus anyway, so I can watch it regardless.
dude.
Whenever it drops.
The 4K is just $24. I'll buy that. I don't need a steel book. I'm not paying extra money just for a fucking steel case,
No.
which are
No.
kind of flimsy anyway.
Oh, fair enough. All right.
So yeah, then Saturday was bowling, and my God, so many things went wrong at the bowling alley. So many of the pin machines were just fucking up. It went like an hour past what it usually does. It was a very long ass day.
And you guys don't have beer there.
No,
That's the
we do not.
saddest.
I was gonna say, like,
hell.
you know what? That whole situation could be completely different
If
given
there was
that
beer.
fact. And I don't even drink, but I still feel like in that moment I would.
No, but at least
And then
I got a beer. Like,
and then the in-laws were having a party, so I had to come home because I was supposed to be taking care of the neighbors' dogs because they go to their grandson's football games. He plays college football
Word.
for a community college. But come home, and the husband is there taking care of the dogs. I guess he was sick, and he just stayed home. So I just came home for no reason, really. So I was like, fuck it. I'll watch Terrifier 2.
Well, that's a good
There you
time
go.
then. So there you go.
Absolutely. So I did that, and then Sunday it was just lazing around the house, cleaning.
Fair enough.
So yeah, that was my whole weekend. Scuba Steve.
Well, let's see what I do this weekend. Friday night, I didn't do anything. I stayed home. I made sure that all of my ghost gear was charged up because, well, actually, I'm lying. I had a trunk or treat that I had to do for work Friday night, which was really cool because that's when we did the Ghostbusters full on. Everybody, the coworkers had shirts made for them because they weren't going to do the whole jumpsuit thing, flight suit. So that went really good. I think I have to find out if we won or not, because they're really you could tell we put the most effort, and that's not saying much because I did not put a lot of effort into our trunk or treat. I was going to, but then I'm like, I'm just gonna half-ass this and make it look as close as possible. They're not gonna know any different. But
I thought it looked fucking great, dude.
Yeah, it was cool. You know, I had a power inverter plugged into my battery in my car, so then I had lights going, and it was a good time. And the little kids were just there was like 2 little kids that were dressed as Ghostbusters, and they're like, "Are you a real Ghostbuster?" And I'm like, "Yes, I am."
Love it.
And so showing them the proton packs and showing them how it's heavy compared to the little blow up one that they have, like they loved it. Like it was awesome.
Isn't it the best when you get down to their level and you're like, oh man, you want to fire the gun?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, bro. Let me walk you through all the steps.
Scoop says they were kids. They were both in their 30s.
They were both 30s.
Listen,
they're kids.
I'm gonna tell you as a man who's been doing this craft for fucking 10 goddamn years, the little kids are fantastic and it melts your fucking heart. But there is nothing better than seeing a plus 30, almost 40-year-old man put on a full-size proton pack for the first time in his life. And so not only do I get to see this man fully living out the life of his childhood, but I also get to see the disgust on his wife's face for seeing him be such a fucking nerd in that moment that she doesn't even know who she's looking at the time being, where the dude just like, it's like, you go ahead, bud, turn it on. You know you want to. Like,
yeah, and it was cool, man. And I took all the packs that I have. I have the small spirit pack, and then I have the full size spirit pack, and then I took the 3D printed one.
Nice.
And the 3D printed one was a hit. Everybody was like, "Oh my god, that's so amazing! It's so badass!" And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, I didn't really do much to it. I just painted it." And they were like,
just pissed off an entire community.
No, they're like, it's so awesome, like this and that. I'm like, "Oh, thanks." But it was really cool. And then came home, made sure that my real ghost equipment was charged because I had an investigation Saturday night. It was Ben and I went to the Mineral Wells Haunted Hill House. He took his wife and his son, and my buddy Ricky came with us. So it was kind of a recycled corn, somewhat supernatural, all content entertainment investigation in one. And
I like it,
man, when I tell you, I've gone to this house plenty of times. It's always terrifying, but I felt like, as being the one in the group that's done investigations the most, I needed to step it up, and I needed to be the brave one to go into rooms and shit by myself. And it fucking bit me in the ass.
Oh,
so I haven't posted the clip to Facebook yet. And I should have uploaded it here before we even started the show, so I could have played it. So I go into it's a toy room, and they have all these old toys in there. And then there's toys hanging from the fucking ceiling, and there's a bed there. And so I sit on this bed, right? And it's a sturdy bed, and it's got like a bookshelf for the headboard. There's all these dolls and Annabelle dolls and rocking chairs and a clown doll, like a Bozo the Clown doll, and then this old wooden bear toy. I don't even know. It was just an old wooden bear toy. And and I sit on the bed. And I have it from 3 different angles. I had my laptop running. I had a camera live streaming it. And then the cameras from the house itself recorded it as well. So I sit on the bed, and there's these 2 dummies on the bed, the ventriloquist dummies. So the hats are off of it. And I'm like, oh, your hat's messed up. And I'm talking to the chat, and I put the hat on. And so I lean forward. And when I lean forward, the heavy wooden bear and the clown doll come off of the shelf. Now, the weird thing is, I felt something hit my back, like my shoulder. I was like, what the fuck? And so like I get up and I look, and I see that the dolls have fallen. And I get up and like I run out the room. Like I was like, fast as fuck, boy. I'm fast as fuck, boy. And so I went to go get everybody else, and I'm like, yo, this just fucking happened. We need to pull it up on camera. And so when we pull it up on camera, it doesn't look like the toys hit me at all. But I felt something hit my damn shoulder. So it was just weird. A bunch of other cool stuff happened. Anthony was watching in the chat. I had the restream up, so I had different cameras live streaming in different rooms. So we would come up and talk on the, I would send them to a room and let them go do their stuff in that room and bring it up on. It was really cool. It felt like I was actually producing a show, like a paranormal investigative show. Like, it was really cool. And then when we woke up Sunday, after staying up, I stayed up probably till 4-ish, laid down, tried to go to sleep. I woke up. I even live streamed myself sleeping because you never know. Sometimes stuff happens when you're sleeping. So I wanted to see if anything would happen while I was asleep. So I start the live stream. I go live on Facebook, Twitch, TikTok. I'm live. I'm live everywhere. Every social media platform that I have, I go live. I fall asleep. An hour into my sleep, I wake up because it feels like somebody's standing there watching me. And so I open my eyes, and of course, there's nobody's around. But my TikTok was ended. Somebody hit end on my TikTok. And I'm like, what the hell? So I go back live on the TikTok, and I'm up for a little bit, and it's 5 o'clock in the morning at this time. So somebody's just on there talking to me. So I'm talking back and this and that. I give them a tour of the house real quick. Well, I go and I lay down again and go to sleep for the second time. This time I'm only asleep for 58 minutes before I wake up again. And the TikTok has ended again. So I'm like, what the hell? Like, how is my TikTok? Because you have to hit, end live on TikTok for it to close out. So I don't know if it was a malfunction or what the hell was going on. So it was 7:30 is when I woke up. So I got very minimal sleep, that morning. Get up. We start packing our stuff. We get to the SUV to start loading stuff up. I go back inside. Ricky calls me freaking the fuck out. He's like, the car won't start. And I'm like, what? He's like, dude, I was standing in this back room and something went, you're not leaving. He's like, I don't know if it was in my head or if it really, he's like, but something told me you're not leaving. And when I went to go start the car was dead. And I'm like, what the hell? So I go and I'm like, you're being stupid. So I get in the car and sure enough, it's just click, 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 click. So then we try to jumpstart the car. The car would not jumpstart. Now, mind you, we are 6 hours away from where we live. So we're screwed if we can't get this damn car started. So I'm like, it's either the alternator, the starter, or the ignition switch. Because when you would turn the key, the switch would get locked and you couldn't take the key out and it would just stay clicking, click, 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 click. And I'm like, So I was already annoyed. Had to take the battery off of this damn Chevy Traverse. It's in the back seat instead of being in the front where a battery should be in the damn car. So figured it out. It was just the battery. We came home. I drove back. Mind you, my friend's car is a damn death trap because he neglected to tell me that the front seatbelt doesn't work. And I'm like, what? Like, we brought your car all the way up here. He's like, oh, well, I forgot to tell you, yeah, the seatbelt doesn't work. So I pulled the seatbelt as long as I could and clipped it into the passenger seatbelt. I said, if we get in an accident, I don't care if you die. I'm living. That's all that matters. So we drove back. We drove back. Instead of getting home at 2 o'clock in the afternoon like we had planned, we didn't get home till almost 7. And then I was exhausted. There's this thing called paranormal hangover where you feel, you're just drained from the night before and you get headaches and it's a legit thing. So I was just completely paranormal hungover, sat on the couch. Mel had made tacos, brought me a plate of food, sat on the couch, watched Terrifier. And it was a good night because I was passed out by like 10 o'clock. So
yeah,
it was good. It was good. So, and then I called into work today because I woke up this morning. I still feel drained. Like right now, I still feel just like, I feel like, I don't even know what I feel. It's hard to explain if you've never experienced it. You just feel drained. Like, honestly, you feel like your battery is on empty. Like, I am just extremely exhausted.
That's how I feel after any kind of like weekend con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you need a day. You need to take the day. You still need to take that Monday off after the con just to recoup from like.
Yeah. Yep.
I think it's just the social drain. Now your drain probably way different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously, but just still mental nonetheless.
Yeah.
Word.
So we made it home and
Scoop
It was like I said, it was
this
cool.
week.
That was very. And then driving back, I had only had like 2.5 hours of sleep, if that. I can tell you, I didn't even hit my REM sleep. Yeah, yeah, fuck yeah, Brody. That shit was fucking crazy, man. Fuck that damn wooden bear. But yeah, it was cool. And then yesterday, all I had was I ate one time before we got here, before we came back. And it was just energy drinks and hopes and dreams that got us into Corpus safely, because I was on 2.5 hours of sleep, and that was it. So we made it.
Sometimes those hope and dreams come in to save the day.
Hopefully we made it. I'm still debating whether or not we're dead right now, because this could just all be a dream. But Bobby, let's hear what you did.
Well, I could tell you right now, I'm not dreaming, but maybe we all are at this point. My weekend was good. Friday night, I was hanging out with a buddy of mine who I haven't seen in a few months. So we just went out to a bar, and everybody at the bar was dressed up for Halloween. So it was cool to see everybody in costume. Saturday, I had a little movie premiere for the Halloween movie I did up in PA. It was nothing big. It was only maybe like 12 of us. And it was just cool to see it on a big screen. We actually rented out a theater for it. And it was cool to see. So you can finally find it on YouTube, Halloween Noir. Look it up. Hopefully you like it. It was a fun time. We all had fun making it. And then what did we do that night? Oh, that night, my girlfriend and I, we had a Halloween party to go to. We were dressed up as the Addams Family. I was Fester. She was Wednesday. Her two friends were Gomez and Morticia. And so we went there, had a lot of good food, few drinks and everything. It was a nice Halloween party. It was a good time.
You know what? I'm glad that you were Fester and they didn't typecast you as Lurch.
Yeah.
I feel like that would have been. Because see, like I'm typecast. I'm typecast as Fester, dude. Like that's just a go, man. You know what I mean? But like,
well, I mean, I could be Lurch, but I'm not lanky, so it wouldn't fit me.
Lurch does have the Langster going on, dude, for sure.
Langster, and that man got cheekbones. I have cheekbones, but they're underneath this.
Yeah, but your cheekbones could easily be done with makeup. You could make my fat face look like I have cheekbones.
I mean, you do still have the stature, homie. You got that fucking.
That's true.
So
that's true.
But did you have the light bulb?
Oh yeah, had a light bulb and everything, dude.
Nice. Where'd you order that from? I'm always
order
curious.
Nothing. Spirit Halloween, baby. They actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
No, nice, no. In the costume, it just has a button on it. You pop it and pop right in your mouth. Don't use it though to light up your way, because it doesn't work like that. And I almost fell down the stairs 3 times. I was like, motherfucker.
I mean, honestly, it would just be funny if you made an attachment into your pants and you're like, hold on, I need some light. You're like, whoa, how you holding on to that one there, Bob?
Well, old Greg cosplay.
That's just what I was thinking.
I'm old Greg. Go to Mangina. I like you.
Only if we can have some Baileys afterwards.
Want to drink Baileys from a shoe?
Fucking
anyway. And then Sunday was just a chill out, relax, and that was it. We watched it was okay. We watched a movie on Netflix that just came out. It's called Don't Move. Probably a 4 out of 10. Not recommended. Slow burn. Didn't really make too much sense. It was fun. It was, we also fell asleep because we were tired, and all of a sudden we wake up and go, I'm like, this movie's a 7 out of 10. She's like, you're only saying that because you fell asleep. I'm like, but and that was it. Chilled out Sunday, and then I was off of work today, so I watched Terrifier 2 today. I'm gonna keep it short, but that was my weekend. It was with friends, my honey, and my family, and that's about it. John.
Nice. Oh, I had a pretty fucking chill weekend. It's obviously we have the big old Halloween coming on this Thursday. So this Saturday was the righteous day where everybody did all the extra like trunk or treats and shit like that, dude. So there's this big one down at the mall. Well, not big, but there was one down at the mall. But it came, they also did a huge food truck rodeo, and they've done it all summer, but this was like their last hurrah. So it's kind of like, a little trick or treat for the kids, a little fucking food treating for the adults. So whatever. And I do love me some food truck. I like me some food truck food. I fucking hate food truck prices.
Yeah.
Oh, agreed.
Fuck, dude. So And I hate the tipping culture of things because it's like, bro, I'm literally walking up and just ordering, standing up outside in a fucking parking lot.
You should tip
Yeah,
me by making the prices
they don't need a
cheaper.
tip. They're already getting your money. They're
Yeah,
already doing their
no.
job.
And especially I saw one that just instantly pissed me off because they were just like, they had two different jars and it says, well, it says by studies that women tip more than men. So blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, first of all, go fuck yourself for trying to make tipping into a sexist fucking argument. Secondly, go fuck yourself anyways, because I'm not tipping you regardless. So now I'm like, I want to like almost, not that I would, but I almost wanted to take tips at that point because I was just so like, fuck off, dude. But no, it's their mac and cheese sucked anyways. That's all I want to say.
Ooh.
Well, that's what the daughter wanted. And then
There's nothing there's nothing worse than shitty mac and cheese.
yeah, especially for $10 So guess what? My fat ass isn't throwing that away. I'm fucking eating it, whether it's shitty or fucking not. And even that, I can only take so much. And I'm like, this fucking sucks. So I went and got some cheeseburger egg rolls, which were fucking awesome. Then they had a mini donut truck that I got a bucket of mini donuts, dude. And it's like, oh, my fat fucking ass is great. So they were fucking awesome.
Listen,
yeah, man.
Listen, cheeseburger egg rolls, yo, they have been the in thing for a while now. And if they're made right, dude.
They had a lot of different ones. But that was the one where I was just like, yep. I should have went one cheeseburger and like one Reuben. I feel like that one would have been a really good one. Yeah, see, Chad Daddy's that Irish egg roll, man, hits some fucking times real good.
Dude, I fucking want that right now.
They had even like collard green egg rolls and shit like that, which I was just like, interesting. Not really a big fan, but that's still cool. Like I might try it. Like I'd
probably try that.
But they were like fucking $7 an egg roll, so I don't know if I want to try a $7 fucking egg roll, bro. Like, if I don't like that shit, it's gonna suck. Anyways,
they should give you a sampler platter, like you get part of an egg roll or something like that.
So I went to there was this one food show years ago I went to in the city of Syracuse here. This is called Taste of Syracuse, right? And that's what they did. So like it was like 6 blocks, but everybody's all selling their food and shit, but everybody also had dollar samples of their main fucking thing. And I'm like, yo, that's what I'm about because I'm indecisive as fuck. I want everything. I don't know what I want. You know what I mean? So let me just try a little bit of all. And yeah, that I'm looking for that high again, bro, because that's what I fucking need. I'm like, yo, man, I'm coming in with $40 and I'm spending one at each different fucking tent, man. Like, let's go. But no, it was so we did that. Wifey and I had a nice little got to go out to dinner ourselves because the kiddo got to go to a Halloween party on Friday, which was cool because I always loved doing that as a kid. So I'm glad that she got to enjoy on that. And then what else did I do? Oh, I picked up that new Retro Realms game, Halloween and Ash vs. Evil Dead. I would definitely see if you like old school side scrollers like fucking 16-bit animation shit, get it. Totally solid. It's awesome. It's obviously not just for all the way Halloween, but it's cool because I got the normal, just the normal fucking case for Switch, blah, blah, blah. And I almost bought the Uber pack. And it's like, oh, with the Uber pack, you can get all these DLC characters, blah, blah, blah. No. They're all in the fucking normal game anyways. I'm like, oh, I would have been pissed, dude. I spent another $50 fucking dollars for a Michael Myers plushie and some stickers. It's like, fuck that, dude. Like, because it says it's like you can play as Laurie Strode. Well, as soon as I'm like playing, I start the Halloween game. It's like, what character you want to be? So obviously it's right on Michael Myers, but you can play as Ash, Laurie. You can play as oh my god, what's her name from the show Evil Dead? Anyways, she's in it, and then there's you might even be able to play as Loomis, which honestly would be fucking hilarious. I could be wrong, but it even came with trading cards.
You shoot him 6 times.
I mean, the arcade cabinet itself, I want that arcade cabinet made legit because it'd be fucking awesome. Because and each side is different, but the one side is just, it looks like a fucking Mortal Kombat or something, but there's fucking Michael's head with his knife like this, and then you got Laurie fighting the other side, and then you got Loomis's bald head with a little fucking shine going off the top of it. And I'm like, this fucking looks awesome, dude. This is like some brawler fighter kind of shit. But no, it's a solid game. It's a soupy game, which is cool because just the amount of splatter it is ridiculous, which is awesome.
Nice.
Oh, I gotta get that this week.
It's kind of fucked up because so you're just going dude, I've only done the first couple levels of Halloween, but you're going around killing all the other like inmates and shit that are psychos, whatever. But every once in a while, you come across a helpless nurse. But when you kill her, you get ammo for like you get like pitchforks and shit. So that way you could throw them and get like 3 or 4 enemies in like one fucking shot. It's awesome. If Chad shaved his head and grew a goatee, I'd reckon he'd play a good Loomis.
I could see it.
I don't know if we'll ever see that, Brody. I don't know if Chad is willing to do that, but maybe.
I have mentioned the Loomis cosplay once in a while.
There you go. Be dope. But then I watched this movie yesterday. I'm ready to fucking talk about it because we are way too deep into this bullshit right now. And that is Terrifier 2. Whose pick was this? Anybody's? Nobody's? This was a group pick? I can't remember.
This was a Scoops pick, wasn't it?
This was a
Yes,
Scoops
sir.
pick.
Yeah,
Scuba.
that sounds
This is a
right.
Scoops pick.
Balls in your court, brother. You take it.
All right, hold on. We're gonna do this like we
Scoobs
were
didn't
playing
have a
around
show
with.
note up.
Ready? One
Oh,
year
never mind.
after Shaw and her younger brother Jonathan are preparing for Halloween after the tragic death of their father. After an ominous dream and several strange sightings, the siblings are pursued by a resurrected Art the Clown, who once again gleefully slaughters and mutates anyone in his path. And
Mutilates.
God damn it, it's amazing. Directed by Damien Leone. Terrifier, All Hallows Eve. Written by Damien. Terrifier, Frankenstein versus the Mummy. Produced by Damien, All Hallows Eve and Terrifier. Steve Della Sala. Pennywise, The Story of It. Phantom Fun World. Jason Levy, The Wicked One, Stream. Michael Levy, Monster Killers and Stream. Phil Falcone, Joe's War, Stream. George Stuber, Terrifier, and Stream.
I feel like we need to watch Stream, dude. There's a lot of.
Seriously,
There's
People
a
on this
lot
here
of
for
people
this.
in
Oh, yeah.
Stream. There's a lot.
I feel like we need to watch this. Anyways,
I have to pull it up.
Bobby.
Starring Lauren Lavera, Iron Fist, A Taste of Christmas, not yet, as Sienna Shaw, David Howard Thornton, Terrifier, the Mean One, as Art the Clown, Elliot Fulham, Get Rolling with Otis, The Calling, as Jonathan, Sarah Voiget, A Job to Die For, We Have a Ghost, as Barbara, Kaylee Hyman, Second Thoughts, A Man Called Otto, as Brooke, Casey Hartnett, What We Found, Sins, as Allie, Charlie McCleven, I'll go with that, Pretty Little Liars, Original Sin, Clipped, as Jeff, Amelie McLean, Transference, General Hospital, as the Little Pale Girl, Jonathan Davis, the Patrolman, Reasonable Doubt, as Ricky, and Samantha Scafidi. Corn? What?
No, nobody. All right.
Jonathan Davis.
Terrifier.
I thought the same thing too.
So I was just like, wait, what? Like I was expecting that kind of a joke in there.
Terrifier,
Yeah, I
Demon
think-
Bull, as Victoria Hayes. A total body count of 8.
Now that's not including the ones in the dream sequence. I didn't count the
That
clown
doesn't
cafe
count.
massacre.
That's all like
No, for
straight up.
stream,
Like,
no, I wouldn't
Yeah.
count it.
Yeah. I mean, there was quite a few people killed in that, but yeah, that was a dream.
oh,
sequence.
absolutely.
Too much stuttering for me tonight. Too much stuttering.
Poor Bobo.
I'll never get
You
it
know-
right because I can't pronounce shit. That's why.
Fair enough.
Dude, it's especially
Probably
great
with the one with what were we talking about?
I love when he mispronounces Italian names. Like, dude, you're fucking Italian.
Dude, you have no idea how bad I was in school. Like, I can't pronounce shit.
Okay, moving
Anyway,
right along.
continue. We've been going.
Music by Paul Wiley. Frankenstein versus the Mummy. The Town Without Halloween. Cinematography by George Stuber. All Hallows Eve. Crash the System. Edited by Mr. Damien Leone. Terrifier. Frankenstein versus the Mummy. Effects and makeup by Damien Leone. Joe's War. Stream. A lot of Stream. Distributed by Cinedigm / Bloody Disgusting. Runtime of 138 minutes. Not rated. Budget of $250,000 and grossed $15.7 million.
I mean, what more needs to be said about that, right?
Yo, did everybody here get to see it in theaters?
I did.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Chad
went opening night, the night that it was only supposed to be there. It was glorious in the theaters.
I missed my opportunity, and then another different theater company brought it back for a one-night double feature with the first one, and I was like, ooh. And it was at the Science Center, which is even cooler because there was intermission to where we all got to go down as adults and play in the Science Center area too. So
That's cool.
yeah, it was,
That's
fuck
cool.
yeah, bro. It was awesome.
It's like the Carnegie Science Center down in Pittsburgh. They have like this big IMAX theater, and then they
yeah, that's what this was. It's the most.
That's cool.
Yeah, fuck awesome, dude. All right, so this is clearly not any of our first watches.
Nope.
Of this
I
movie.
certainly hope not.
Not that it's an old movie by any means. That being said, if anybody who watched our previous episodes where we covered, obviously there's a very OG one where Terrifier was covered on the cast on this podcast, but then we redid it with this whole new quad right here. And if I'm not mistaken, I think we actually gave it a little bit lower of a score, but that's because of this fucking movie, which I feel tainted it a little bit. So I'm going to say right now, and I know Chad Daddy and I talked about this pre-show, we cannot bring in the third movie into this discussion. I'm putting it out there.
It's going to be so
hard.
Fucking now I'm doing it. We cannot talk third movie. I don't give a shit what we know. I know we've all seen it. It's going to be hard.
But
so we have to watch ourselves.
And and that's fair because while watching it, I was comparing it to the third one. And I'm like,
you know shit.
Yeah.
You know shit.
You know things. And it's like, you know what? Fuck.
Exactly.
There's only, not plot-wise, the only thing I will say is I love this movie, but in terms of blood,
way more blood in the third one.
3 has this one by an ocean.
Well, I mean, we knew that it was going to be upped. You know, this one is such a leap ahead of the first one.
Oh yeah,
and I mean,
but in different terms of not necessarily just gore, I would say just all around
story, gore,
sturdiness of the film itself, because we 100%. Actually have more characters that are more panned out. We actually get to know a little bit about Sienna and her family and her friend group, and we get to see these other characters other than just cheering for Art to, get rid of everybody that's around him.
Yeah,
correct. So obviously this one expands the story much more than what our first one is. And even watching the first one, you can't take All Hallows Eve, to which also contains a Terrifier.
Yeah, Joe just called you guys out.
I always said that was it, but that's where it's going to end.
For real.
Anyway.
Well, no, it's not but disgusting 3. It's you can't use 3 as a comparison to judge this one,
right? No, and that's what we started
because that's what we did for
the first one. Because the first one, when the original boys reviewed it, obviously Chad was there. You didn't have the second one. It was just that or All Hallows Eve. All Hallows Eve, kind of a different whole thing, but so that makes you question the first one a little bit, obviously. But then going into this one, man, way bigger story, way bigger budget, all around. Maybe a little long. I would still argue that it could be cut down a little bit.
Especially the clown cafe scene. That just dragged.
Not even there. I would say even towards the end, too. There's a little bit, even once they get to the carnival, where I'm just like, I was watching, and Jen's like, oh, how much more you got? And I was like, probably like 10, 15. Fuck, I got 40 more minutes to go? Holy fuck, dude. Like, that's a long fucking time. They fill it well. So
this is what I will say, especially from first to this. It doesn't happen often in franchises where the transition from the first movie to the second movie, I'm not going to say flawless, but it was a nice, smooth transition. And it shows that Art was just a serial killer. Now he's something more, which we
now he's a supernatural slasher.
Yes. Now we see that. So I like that there was that transition. Now it's like, wait, how is this even possible?
Which confuses me. Which confuses me where All Hallows Eve fits in, because in All Hallows Eve he is 100% supernatural.
Oh, absolutely. But
yeah,
once again, can't take that with this one. It's just the idea of that, and then they restructured that, used the same image, and did something different, right?
Yeah.
So, and that is because that one. Absolutely, man. He's jumping out of the TV Freddy style and shit, dude, and going between segments and shit. It's crazy.
And there's a thing, and I know we're not supposed to talk about 3, but
here we go.
People were so shocked. Hold on. People were so shocked that Art killed kids in part 3. He did it in fucking All Hallows Eve. He did it in All Hallows Eve.
That's literally how they ended the movie here.
Yeah.
Just,
like fucking. So this movie's great.
Quick discussion.
Oh, yeah.
Why is his name Art the Clown and not Art the Mime?
Because he's not a mime, he's a clown. Mimes use props.
Yes.
Or no, mimes don't
props?
hold on. Mimes don't use props. They asked David and Damien this question. And they said that he is not a mime because while he does not talk, he uses props. Mimes don't use props.
Okay. Fair enough. I guess
I
that's
said whatever.
No, I mean, no, I heard somebody else ask me that question. I couldn't answer it, but I was just like, you know what? That's a good question.
Like I brought up to the guys though, and this is my thing is, so the events at the very beginning of Terrifier, where it shows Vicky on the TV, actually take place in a year after the events of the actual movie.
Correct.
Yes.
And I want to know where that time jump is shown in this, because where it picks up is right where the first one left off, with Art being resurrected. Then you see him going to the laundromat, washing his clothes, and then he goes to...
I'm saying he made tools for a year.
Yeah, but it goes to show him making tools, and he's watching a TV, and that's where Terrifier opens. And there's somewhere in there's a 1 year time jump that doesn't really seem to fit.
Now, this is what I need to ask about this, because I can understand why that are we looking at that as a Evil Dead 2 to Evil Dead 1 retcon style of Terrifier 1 where that opening scene is different? Or is it this has already happened, and because the little pale girl, to which we find out is kind of demonic, like she's just replaying it to kind of like piss him off, because like, you know what I mean? Like he gets mad when she's like, no, Art's dead. And he's like, bitch, no, I'm not.
Well, I mean, and it could be that. It could just be the pale girl giving him the...
Because like, she didn't have any power to it. You know what I mean? So she literally looked at the card and was like, meh, did that and played it. So wasn't she just like replaying it off?
I think that's what it was, because when she touches Sienna sees her mom getting killed and everything that played out in that scene where, you know, Sienna wasn't there.
Yep.
You know, and Mel had that question. She's like, how did Sienna say something about watching Art kill her whole family? She wasn't there when her mom died. And I'm like, well, when the little pale girl touches her in part 2, that's when she got to actually see everything. She's like, oh, that's right. So maybe it was just the little pale girl. She already knew she wanted to possess Victoria and was just replaying it to piss Art off, so that way...
Well, the way I look at the start of this movie, it obviously ends where Terrifier begins, like where he's in the laundromat, and that part, I feel from the part where we obviously see Sienna, that obviously is a year later. The video they're watching, that's a year later, because remember, that was the same night. She got mauled. She obviously wasn't doing that, so I kind of thought it was a little more clear right there that, you know, it was a year later regardless. Not only that, her face was reconstructed, so that's not going to take.
But at the same time, where's the 1 year jump take place? You don't even.
I feel like you could almost just all you have to do is be like 1 year. You know what I mean? It just literally needs to be a little like 1 year later. That's all you need, and you're like, nah, okay, cool, whatever.
Yeah,
I feel like that's
working on her costume. Yeah.
Let's talk about that scene, dude. As a cosplay, that scene was
that's
fucking awesome.
That's fucking great.
Like that's like shit that I'll never be able to achieve, but I want to so bad. Like I've never worked with foam, want to. But also like that's perfect, dude. That you're combining money at this point, right? You're just filming your prop department shit getting made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And selling it as part of the movie. How fucking awesome is that? That's
Yep.
fucking it. And not to mention badass fucking soundtrack while we're going on too. So we got some
Dude.
sweet fucking like house music going on. I don't know what you would want to call that, but
It's
electronica
a
maybe.
great
I call it
soundtrack.
Turbo Kid music.
Turbo Kid was the third one. It wasn't this one. So, oh wait, no, I'm thinking Dream Kid. Sorry, that's who actually did music for that one. But yeah, sorry, Turbo Kid. What a fucking great movie.
It was.
But
no,
the
man,
music
this-
in this reminds me of that style of like
Yeah,
music. You know what I mean?
that's fair.
I don't know
That's
what
fair.
kind of music it is, but
Listen, when you want to go on a nice, peaceful drive at night, you put this soundtrack on, dude.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
just
hell
fucking-
yeah.
You're back in the 80s, dude, with that fucking just like visage, like all blacked out city in the background, orange sky.
Props to
back when
props
the
to
nights were blue.
the soundtrack.
There are a couple. I'll have to get back to you guys. There are a couple artists I follow on Spotify that do just legit albums of nothing but music.
Oh yeah, I listen to that shit all the time, dude. I
Like,
fucking
there's-
love it, man.
The other one that
I
I
lost
can immediately think of right now is called Sunglass Kid.
Okay, yep, 100%.
I can't remember some of the others, but
If you want to go something a little bit more jam heavy, like a little bit more dance, go Dance with the Dead, dude. Fantastic. It's kind of like that shit too. No vocals, just all instrumental shit.
Send it all in the chat.
So this movie, where are we at? A little pale girl. So obviously we get a new introduction to a weird fucking character. Something within this Terrifier universe. When they get excited and happy to meet somebody, we shit ourselves or piss.
Yeah.
Or shit and piss. I don't know.
I
just,
think that was her. I think that was her her way of showing that she was a friend.
And
Like
he
she-
didn't
Okay.
take it as a sign
Yeah.
to run away, obviously, clearly.
I mean,
He's like-
I just like how confused Art is in that scene. Honestly, like that's the fucking funniest thing because he's just like, what the fuck?
But you know, and I never, it never hit me until watching it yesterday. This is a grown ass man sitting butt ass naked
yeah,
with a little demon
Yeah.
girl. Like, what the fuck?
but she wasn't really there.
Yeah.
Or was she? Or was she? Just because the other
dude
guy
didn't
couldn't
see
see it, Sienna could still see her.
Yeah, but Sienna's
True.
tied to it. because
Jonathan could still see her.
which
They're
man, I need so much more backstory on this father, dude. Like whatever we end up with this whole timeline down
I
the
think
road,
we're
Yeah.
gonna get that in the fourth one.
I fucking
Yeah,
need that,
I hope
bro,
so.
because they have been fucking just like dangling it out there.
He's the demon
Mhm.
that was making the armor.
I hope you're right.
That's one of the theories
I
I've
hope
read.
you're
Yeah,
right.
And here, let me tell you why. Because in this
You said we
movie,
didn't
when
talk through it.
I know, shut up. But no, this is part two. This is part two. The Sienna's friend, I forget the friend's name, tells
The one that fucking drugs her?
tells the dude that he died when the car caught on fire.
Yeah, and he burned alive. Yeah.
And he burned
Yeah.
alive. If you look at that monster that was making the armor, the skin is all burned. Now it could just be because it's a demon in hell or whatever, but I think that's
Ooh.
her pops.
Yeah, but you know,
Ah.
at the same time, armor maker, sword maker, you know, something along that line.
Drop on by the Cloud Cafe.
Dude,
I
that
hate
song is giving my
that
friend,
song.
that song gave my buddy PTSD. So when we did see the third one, when it came on, I was just like, fuck, it's gonna be stuck in my head again. Oh,
Ah.
best.
Let's- you know some-
It's such a simple tune too. Like it makes absolutely no sense to where it fits in the movie. Because what the fuck is the Clown Cafe?
All right,
What?
let's talk about that whole segment because I'm
Yes.
not gonna lie. Let's try to go back to the first time we were watching this. So you're trying to figure this shit out in your fucking head. What the fuck, dude? To me, I was like, we're going full on Freddy moment. Like I
Okay.
didn't know where
Yeah.
the fuck we were, and that's funny. I didn't know where the fuck we were going. I like that we did some dream sequences because sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But this one, it's a pretty long fucking dream sequence.
Yeah, it is.
That's yes.
It's a
Oh my
solid
God.
30-minute fucking scene.
And it's got some weird shit in it. Like the kids, the one girl that's sitting on the swing, every time I watch, she just weirds me out. Like just her movements and how she's like all
Yeah.
laughing and stuff. And
Well, what about the nun
popcorn.
trying to feed the
Same.
the
homeless
nun
man?
trying
Oh,
Feed this man.
That was just so out of left field.
And I was trying to pick up on like, is there anything in the lyrics that is going to give us like a hint? Like, what was the Clown Cafe? Was the Clown Cafe
just
something
most
real?
make it sound gross. Like that's
Yeah,
all.
well, no, and it does. But was the Clown Cafe real? Was this a real like set where
was it
was supposed to be like a kid's show or something? Like what? And they brought art, and that's like art killed all these people, and or what is going on? Like, especially like with the Art Krispies. What's the deal with the cereal with art on it? Like what was the significance of the imagery that we saw in that scene? And I couldn't find shit.
So the Art Krispies I thought was just cool because there's the prize inside. So she had to get to that prize, but had to fight through it, which I gotta say, man, she really sold that scene of like how much that would potentially hurt to just dive your hand into a bunch of razors.
But why did she have to go to that extreme? She could just
why could you just be like
box?
That's what I thought too. But
it's a dream.
So then it's a dream, so it doesn't need to make sense.
Not only that, but in true little kid fashion,
you dug in the box.
You fucking
you dug in the box.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
Stop touching all the fucking cereal with your grabby little hands, you shit.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll give you that one.
Yeah, 100%, dude. That's exactly what that was.
But then we get that, right after that scene when Art shoots that flamethrower at her is when we get the scene with the wings catching on fire and stuff. So we get to see that whatever this dream was,
like
kind of like with Freddy, is affecting the real world now.
So was that? I almost feel like was that like the awakening moment? You know what I mean? Like she was always kind of tied to Art, but it was more just like, no, that was like the almost like the biblical moment of like this is starting here. She wakes up, and then that's eventually when she finally sees.
I think that was her I think it was her warning, essentially, like, hey,
okay,
this is what's coming. This is the ultimate evil. You are the extreme good, and this is the ultimate evil that you are going to have to fight. And whether it was your dad's stories that you thought were just crazy, just crazy talk of a madman or something, like it's legit. It was coming from something. Something somewhere was talking to him, telling him what to make, telling him what to write. He drew that picture of you for some fucking reason, and now this reason is gonna come to light.
I'm guessing maybe that. They said he had a tumor or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they said. Yeah.
So, maybe the demon was just in his head, fucking messing around with him and shit like that.
That's what I'm starting to think too.
Probably
because they said that not only did he have a tumor, but he started getting violent and like beating his kids and stuff.
Or so if they're gonna go the biblical route, imagine.
I say biblical in the sense not the actual like.
But if you've been reading a lot of the stuff that they've been talking about in interviews and stuff, this is a biblical good versus evil story. Damien's already said it. The armor that she's gonna wear is the armor of God and the sword of truth and all that stuff. So this is like legit.
She's the Doomslayer, bro.
Pretty much.
So she's Michael.
Pretty much. Is what it's gonna be amped up to be. So if that's the case, if say maybe an angel or something godly was talking to him, but in doing so, the repercussions was, we're not supposed to have contact with humans or whatever. So me talking to you is gonna fuck you up, but I need to prepare you, and that's what causes the tumor or something like that. I don't think the dad was. I don't think the demonic presence was with the dad, and maybe it was, but I think he's in hell. I think he's in hell because he committed suicide, and that's
that's a given. Well,
the problem is what I want to say goes against exactly what I said not to do, and it's utilizing the third one because that's
we all know that's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Well, no, because we know it's a demon entity regardless. We can know that even in this film.
Yeah, she's a demon. Yeah.
So, but we find out more of like why they're kind of tied together, and that's why I think it's the demon fucking with them, because the demon was trying to get to Sienna as early as it's almost like a fucking Terminator story. You know what I mean? Where it's just kind of like, yo, let's get this kid before she can do any damage.
And I love the significance of that dream sequence, because the burning of her wings, it's almost like saying, hey, it can still get you, but you need to be prepared for this.
Well, I
regardless
feel
of
as
what
if
it does.
for me the significance of the wings burning, like I said, it's the good and evil. It's God versus the devil. And so with the significance of the wings burning, it's like if an angel got their wings cut off. Look at Dogma when they get their wings cut off.
They're human.
They're human. You know, and so I felt like that was kind of that moment right there was, oh, you're not an angel. We're coming to fucking get you.
See, I kind of took it as more of like a trial and rebirth by fire.
I mean, it
Ooh.
definitely could be that as well.
So,
Especially with the fact that, her using the sword to block the fire, and then the sword itself is the only thing that's completely untouched.
Yeah.
on top of the fact that it actually is her like healing factor as well. Doesn't allow her to die. I mean, I guess she technically died, but it brought her back to life, or maybe she wasn't. I don't fucking remember. But and that kind of fits with the theory of weapon of God, right? Like,
yeah,
it
can't hurt. It can't hurt who it's made for, who wields it.
But it did.
It did, but it brought her back.
And
but
this one, not this one, it did. Well, yeah, it did this. Yeah, it did too. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because it healed her wound while she was bleeding out in the tank and stuff. To which, what was that, man? Like, is the Clown Cafe actually like in hell? Was she dying when she fell back into that tank and she was like witnessing all that, where they all had like all the fucking dead-eyed eyes and shit like that?
See, and that could be.
No, go ahead, Steve.
I was gonna say that could be the moment where maybe she did die. She was dead and she was in hell. And when she woke up, she was in hell. But the power of the sword
brought her back.
That godly power now made her ascend into this pure good entity that she's supposed to become. And that's why she was able to heal and basically claw her way out of hell.
Now, go ahead.
I thought the same thing as that. When that dream sequence happened and we saw it later, I'm like, oh, that's the hell that they were showing her in the dream. And if she dies, that's it. This is where you're going, and you got to live with that, literally. I thought that was the hell that she was going to go to.
All right. So, what do we think of the meta use of Terrifier being the actual ride name? I dig it.
I dig that. I love it. I love it. And it annoys the hell out of me when people call Art Terrifier. Oh,
no, he's Art the Clown.
No, he's Art the Clown. Like, no. But I thought that was really cool that we got that, that the ride or the fun house is called Terrifier.
Yeah, I thought that was great.
And mistake me if I'm wrong, or correct me if I'm wrong, but that's where originally that little girl died that became the Pale Girl, correct?
Yes.
So I know Scoob has said this before, but dude, I think clearly this is a portal to hell. Like this is hiding some kind of portal to hell. Whether we're gonna come back here into the future of the series, I think possibly, or maybe
I hope so. I hope that's where she has to go to
either that or maybe like she pops out there at the end. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, that makes sense.
Well, I think that the Pale Girl isn't the little girl that died.
No, it's just
because she died there.
Demons using it as a vessel.
Yep. Yeah, that's how
because it was Art's first kill. Just essentially like Art's not second victim, but a live victim. Which in the one scene where Art's chasing Jonathan around, I think Sienna, I don't know if she got killed off already or she's trying to get there. But he runs into the Pale Girl and she's butchering her face
to look like Vicky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I never caught that like the first time around. Like, I mean,
that's some great fucking foreshadowing there.
Right. But I just didn't catch that it was specifically like Vicky's fucking like, and I was like, so watching this, it's like, okay. Look at you laying it out here for us right in the fucking open and not us nobody paying attention.
You know what I thought of?
Go ahead, Bob.
No. You finish your thought and go for it.
No, I was gonna say another thing that I've never noticed, or at least maybe I forgot. I never noticed when Art stabs the dude in the dick that it said just the tip on the window.
Yeah.
I don't know why I never fucking caught that, dude. But for some reason I caught it this time and I was dying laughing where I was like, wait, I gotta rewind that shit, dude. I gotta see that.
I don't know. I thought of this time. Like, I don't read too much into the movies outside of them. I try to read them as I watch them. I thought of the Terrifier, the part of that. I thought of that's where somehow Art worked in that place at one point and left and became the serial killer, but that's still where he's going to be going in the end of the series, because if that's the portal to hell,
story
I don't know.
from Zebo the Clown from fucking Are You Afraid of the Dark? And I only know that because I literally just watched those yesterday. So,
but you know, it could have been that maybe the little girl that died there, if it was his first kill, if she was his first kill, maybe it was an accidental kill. And maybe that's what sets him down the path, because he liked it.
Which
and that's
or it was the other way. It was the one where he finally was just like, I can get away with this one just to see.
Yeah.
And then
and then boom, Miles County Clown.
Now, will we ever see that? Probably not. I don't even know if we need to. Right?
I think we will. I think we will.
I don't want too in depth of a backstory for Art. Like,
I feel like we've already gotten the backstory.
No, we have. But I don't want to know what he did before he put the makeup on. Like, I'm okay with not seeing that.
He may not even have a backstory. There's always all these different theories that when the father created these characters, he accidentally conjured them into reality.
See, but didn't they say that Art was a real guy, and then the demon just took a liking to him? So that's what
they said. So,
but we don't know that for sure.
But I looked at it more as like the dad was like a conduit, right? So like he was just like foreseeing all this shit that's going to happen in the thing. And I think that's what was like tweaking him to where it was getting violent, because, dude, the more violence you see and shit like that, it's just going to fucking
we can rule out. It's pretty much confirmed that the dad is not Art, by the way.
Yeah,
no,
definitely.
which I'm not gonna lie. The first time watching this in theaters, I so wanted it to go down that fucking road. I was like,
I thought the same thing,
because in my head, I'm just like, dude, how fucked up will the end battle be, where the daughter knows that the dad became the villain and she has to kill? Like,
well, I mean, they were kind of pointing at that, because he had all the articles of the Miles County Clown, all the killings, all this stuff. And that's some serial killer shit right there. Like, it's like 100%. He was keeping like a trophy book, so it was kind of leading that way. But I mean, we now know that that's not the case, but maybe Chad's right. And it was that the dad accidentally conjured up,
which I also thought that was a cool idea too.
Yeah.
Like,
I
don't know. Watching this movie once again, completely just pushing away the third one and only knowing how this one ends with a potential lot of questions. Yeah, man, you had no idea where it was going, right? Like, they led you definitely a few different paths where you're just like, which is cool. I like that. It makes you really fucking think about it. Even though most people were like, dude, those movies aren't that deep. You know what? On the surface, no, they're fucking not.
But if you think about it for 2 minutes, it's like that's, and I feel Art, and I 100%, I feel he is the one villain where an explanation, whether deep or not, couldn't hurt him, wouldn't give sympathy, where you go, oh, that's where he came from. It's like, oh, no, that is where he came from, and it makes all the sense in the world. So for me, I would love either deep or not. Just I need a little bit more either way.
You heard it here, Damien, folks. Bobby likes it deep or not.
Damien made a tweet either yesterday or today saying that those of you that say Terrifier doesn't have a plot, you still watch the movie, so thank you for that. But those of you that have been sticking around since the beginning, that know there's a plot, trust me, in part 4, you're gonna absolutely love it. Essentially, is what he said.
Oh, I'm hearing. Oh, that just makes me so wanna.
They just feel like they're getting more solid as they go.
Yeah.
This one actually may be a scotch more. I feel like the third one, it pulled back a little bit, which is cool. I'm fine with that, especially with runtime. Once again, I got to say, as much as I love this movie, 15, 20 minutes could probably easily be shaved out here and there.
And just, I know not to bring up 3 again, but see, the reason why I like this movie is it gave all these characters, yes, the runtime could have been cut, but it gave everybody a nice time to build and get a little bit more, get a little bit of you, more, get you to this height. Whereas 3, just with Sienna, I'll say, you're right, it was backed off a little bit, but at the same time, the girl's life was now unraveled. So I'm like, I don't expect solid in that realm, only because now it's a little bit of like shit, like now you got to deal with it, but in speaking in terms of that part of it, I feel.
I'm not gonna lie, this one for some reason it's weird, but gives me like Rob Zombie. It's gonna seem so weird, maybe not, but there's parts of this movie that give me like Rob Zombie Halloween 2 vibes. And I'm not saying like in a bad way, just more of like
a little
dirty
of
town party kind of stuff, and just with her friends. I don't know what, for some reason, just that little motif of a vibe. But
yeah, I feel that.
All right, so let's talk about obviously her one friend. This should be a lesson for everybody. Just give candy out on Halloween. If somebody wants candy, give them fucking candy, right? Clearly her
trick or treat.
What's that?
I said they should have learned that by trick or treat.
Yep.
Right? Like, there's a crossover, dude. Art and Sam.
Bro,
Yeah.
Mel said that last time we were watching it. She's like, how fucking awesome would it have been if you just saw Sam like standing in the background? I'm like, oh my God, that would have been fucking epic.
Sam's just giving the my man nod, like, yeah.
Yep.
But no, man, like he just straight up tortures this girl.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh yeah.
Very brutal.
And then just when you think it's over,
it just keeps going, dude.
It keeps going. He comes back with the bleach and the salt, and it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, but at that point, see, we started where we were just like, oh wow, this is fucked. Okay, this is even more fucked. And then it just starts to like tweak towards weird funny. And you're just like, all right, now I'm just fucking laughing my ass off.
I started laughing when he ripped her arm off. When he ripped her arm off.
That was the fucking moment where I was just like, all right, this is just so fucking.
But you know what? I
top,
love that though, because it's like in Friday the 13th when Jason comes back to life and doesn't realize that he's as strong as he is when he kills those the people in the paintballers when he kills them,
grabs the machete,
dude, and like rips the guy's arm off, and he's like, that's kind of that moment for Art, because this is the first time we get to see him with his hands rip somebody apart, and it's just kind of like, oh shit, I can do this, let's go. And then he grabs a finger and splits her and shit. Like he's now knowing that he's not just.
Why does that feel like that would hurt more than just losing your fucking?
I don't. Yeah. Well, have you ever gotten a paper cut in there?
Yeah, dude. It sucks.
Oh, that's the feeling I get watching that scene. Like if I have a fresh paper cut, it's like, oh fuck.
And watching him pour the bleach on her. I work with a higher concentrated bleach. You get a paper cut. That shit burns so much worse.
So bad. Yeah.
It's the salt,
anything on planet Earth.
It's the smacking of the meat, dude. It's just that fucking like. And then
he goes back and he pulls her face off. I'm like, dude.
No, and then she's still not dead.
Yeah, she's still not dead. He's like keeping her alive.
The mom comes
just to get that laugh off the mom.
Yeah, yeah.
The hand split scenes reminds me of Evil Dead remake. Yeah, it was just like But
now let's not forget the real treat also of the end of that scene. Trick or treat.
Oh, and the mom's head
full of candy.
Mine's sticky. It's just fake blood.
Like there's no thought. They're all just like, oh, this is cool. Halloween.
See, I like the fact that he just smacked that fat kid's hand. Like the way Art is, and what you expect him to potentially do, and he just that
I mean, and those kids got lucky. I mean, I guess Art, I mean, he's brutal, but he's not in the same mindset as we'll see him later on, because that scene could have been a whole different fucking scene.
Yeah, but once again, man, there was like he's got to have a certain set of theatric.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, even in the laundromat, look at what he did to the fucking sleeping dude in the fucking laundromat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took he broke off the fucking handle.
But you look at him, he's always, all of his kills are one-on-one. or in view for someone like tied up and watching.
Yeah,
Like, he
it's
doesn't go
always,
after like 3 people at once.
no, he
He's
always
not Michael
does like
Myers.
he does a setup. He always does a setup so he can get that like fucking
Yeah, it's
'Cause
that
he's,
joke.
little
he's,
bangers
he's,
to
he's
laugh.
still a clown. He's still a showman.
Yeah,
right. Always
he's
at
the
heart.
greatest showman.
Now I'm just picturing Hugh Jackman as fucking art.
With those abs.
That's right.
The cum gutters.
Anyways, but no, man, this
Way,
movie,
you slut.
that scene was fantastic. Also, that scene maybe kind of went on a scotch longer than it needed to do as well.
I think a
right?
lot of
Like,
these scenes went on a
they
little
just
bit longer.
a little like an extra minute too
even
long.
Yeah.
even the scene in the fucking costume store went on just a little bit too long.
I would disagree. I love
That
that
one-
part.
It's a
That one
great,
to me-
it's a
That's
great
a
part
great
though. It's
scene.
fucking great, but it just a little bit too long. But that is the comedy aspect of it.
That's when I love art the best, is when he's actually clowning around and
Right,
doing
and he's
stuff like
just
that.
doing
It kind
his
of breaks up
stupid
the and it just kind of breaks up the horror element of it.
Didn't you post that meme the
love
other
it.
day? They were like, well, like what people think you watch Terrifier for, and then it's like what you actually watch Terrifier for, and it's just him in the fucking sunglasses. Like, and it's like, but it
Listen.
is. That's literally the moments you're just.
I
Like,
don't care.
laughing the fucking
I don't care how many
hardest.
times I see that scene. I still laugh when he has those fucking sunglasses on. Has that big dopey grin.
See,
That
I like the one
whole-
where he's got the hands one, where he's just like doing the same. Like, fucking-
That's my
Oh, see,
favorite. He
no,
has the-
oh yeah,
No, I love when he goes like this. He just gives him that fucking sly smile at the end where he's like, ooh.
when the director edits a movie, you know you're getting a 3-hour cut. You are not wrong, Brody.
I'm okay with it. Like even though this is a long fucking movie, it is 100% enjoyable from beginning to end.
Yes.
Watching it
Yeah.
the first time, there wasn't where I was like, "Oh my god, hurry up! Like let's fucking get
It's-
to the point."
It's
Because
much better the second time.
even when you get to those points where there's really not any killing going on, you know it's coming.
But it's solid story structure, right, dude?
Yeah.
Especially like her at the club. Like, it probably didn't need to go as long as it did, but at the same time, you needed to understand that whole aspect of like, dude, her friend fucking drugged her up. Like, yeah, she was feeling good, but we all know in the back of our minds, we're like, oh, this is not going to end well for her if she's got to go up against Art, and that's exactly what's going to fucking happen. To which, can we talk about how shitty her friend is?
Her friend's
Mhm.
shitty.
Oh,
bro.
yeah. She's
The
drugging
fact
her
that
the
she
way-
also was just like, listen, I'm still on the same stuff too. It's like, yeah, bitch, but you knew you were taking it. That's the
Yeah.
fucking difference. You fuck.
Well,
like,
that and she didn't know that. She didn't know what if Sienna was on anything else, and she was on Xanax or
doesn't
whatever.
matter.
No,
Doesn't
no, I
fucking
know, no,
matter.
I know. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. That's what makes her a cunt. Is that you're
Oh,
giving
100%.
somebody else this drug because you're so uptight or whatever, for whatever reason she fucking gave it to Sienna, but not
To get
realizing that
loose.
Sienna was already on something else because she needed to be.
Yep.
That's the
And
fucked up part, and that's why I had no sympathy for her friend when Art fucking just mauled
Fuck
her.
no, dude. No,
No,
that
not
was
one.
that. She had her. I mean, who got it worse though? I don't know if I think her man kind of almost got it worse, dude. He got straight up
Stabbed
stabbed
in
in
the
the
dick like
dick,
20
dude.
times.
Yeah. Which even the way that kill kind of was set up with the lighting and stuff was kind of giving me vibes from oh my god, what was that? It was a reboot movie that we watched, Town That Dreaded Sundown. Remember when we were talking about how that kill behind the car had awesome fucking lighting because it was all the brake lights and shit? Kind of the same vibe here, dude. And I was digging it.
But I gotta bring in this kill, especially during she's at the club, the fucking gun to the mom. Like,
Oh, bro.
oh, that was because she had that. I mean, I did hate the mom a little bit, but that moment, I love you, be safe. I'm like, you're just being your mom. 2 minutes later, swipe, boom.
Now
for that woman.
I understand that some people think this mom swears a lot. I do not. I think she swears
No,
just the
she's
normal
one
amount of
That's the normal amount of mom.
that
right
is the
there.
normal amount of swear.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially from a widowed mother, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's fucking dealing with 2 older kids. I kind of felt for her, man. She was in a shitty situation. She was trying to do her fucking best. And Yeah, clearly just got fucking wrecked. But you know what? At the same time, I always feel like Art could have fucked with her hard.
This was probably the most merciful kill.
Yeah,
from the whole
Right.
movie.
Like I feel like in the fucked up scheme of things, this was the most humane he could have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
and it was,
Yeah.
but it also gives, and I mean, you boys can disagree, but for me, one of the funniest fucking scenes is when he fucking comes out with the fucking mashed potatoes and puts the mashed potatoes on the plate and fucking shoves them in the fucking face hole. I laughed so fucking hard at that scene when I watched it at like in the theaters, and people were looking at me like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "It's fucking hilarious." He's fucking giving her fucking mashed potatoes in her face hole. What the fuck?
Like we said before, Art's a showman. It's all about that fucking presentation, dude. Right?
And then Jonathan, poor little Jonathan's just sitting there or just standing there like, "What the fuck?" And then there's Art with this giant comical fucking syringe of whatever the fuck he's gonna stab him with. And then we see the pale girl again, this time with her creepy fucking eyes. Dude, her eyes weird me out. The scene where she's sitting in the van and Jonathan sees her, and all we see is her silhouette and then her eyes. That scene creeps me out so damn much.
I love it, dude. It's great.
So damn much, but it instills that feeling in me that I used to get when I watched horror movies as a kid. Yes, because that is something I've never seen anything with that color eyes, but I've seen shit like that. And I'm like,
yeah, but you always thought about it.
Yeah, you did.
You did. You're like, you were like almost waiting for like some weird shadow to just all of a sudden just show some glowing eyes. Like,
it's sitting in the corner of your room where it's dark, and you look at it like this. Yeah, I know you're there, but you're not there.
I know you're there, fucker.
Usually, if you're watching unsolved mysteries, dude, there's always
something with glowing eyes.
You're like, yep.
I see you. Finish the episode, and we'll go at it. You know.
But yeah, this movie,
mashed potato scene was fantastic.
It's a great fucking scene. Like I said, it's comical, and we get to see Art just doing what fucking Art do, you know. And this movie just stepped up the gore, but not
the whole game.
Exactly. Stepped up the whole game, because now for everybody that was bitching, oh, there's no plot, there's no depth in the characters, you get all of that. You get to see that, you know, Jonathan is this, you know, is he a freshman? He was supposed to be a freshman.
I think he's like a freshman. Yeah.
He's a freshman.
Or maybe 8th grade at best. Like,
yeah. So, you know,
wait, because
he's 5 years younger.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, not that we're supposed to use the third one, but we do know there's a 5-year gap, and he's in college then. So yeah, he's probably a freshman.
Yeah, so he's probably he's a freshman. You know, Sienna's obviously a senior. But we get to see that, you know, because I know when I was a freshman, I did a bunch of stupid shit that I would get in trouble for, and you know, we see his little friends with the possum in the back, and then that comes full circle when Art and Pale Girl are sitting there in the school with the damn possum on the floor, and then they throw it at Art, and you know, and I love that they're fucking with him, but they're fucking with him in a way that he cannot get out of, because the principal saw him. You know, they're not fucking with him in a way that, oh, we're gonna kill you. They're fucking with him in a way that's gonna get him in trouble at home with mom.
The mental distress, dude.
Exactly. So, and Felissa Rose. Come on, that was awesome. We didn't see her in there.
I'm surprised we didn't get more of her for whatever reason. Like, just with her being the name and shit she is.
Yeah,
I think you could almost swapped her and had her play the mom.
Here's the thing, and I don't know if Chad has this in her notes or not. In his notes, the lady that plays the mom right now is 38 years old. So she was.
She's 8 years older than fucking.
She's 8 years old than Sienna. She's only 8 years older than Sienna. Only 8 years older.
That's damn.
I will say the mom was rather cute.
Yes, though. I will agree with Chad on that one.
She just needed a good night on the town.
The town. Never mind.
Wow, that's crazy to think about. But it also makes you feel a lot better. Like, granted, obviously. See, I thought it was kind of weird that we were having the whole like shower scene with Sienna, because I was like, whoa, wait, this girl's in high school. But clearly that's a body double. So at the same time,
no, it was her.
That was her.
That was her. She made a tweet about it. No, she made a tweet about it on Facebook. She's like, so many people getting in an uproar for some side boob. I can imagine if I would have gone full frontal for y'all, the world would have ended.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, dude. Like that was her. That was 100%.
God, most of the time you see scenes like that where you don't see the face direct, you always know it's for the most part.
That was some damn nice side boob.
See, and that's the thing is she hates that. She hates that shit because there's so many creepy dudes out there that are like, oh, side boob. Which I mean, we're totally those guys. But
but if I was meeting her at a con, that's not the thing I'm gonna fucking say.
I know. But you know, it wasn't. This is the one time where I will let you boys know it was 100% her. It was not a stunt double.
Well, good for her. That's
but
all
it was fake boobs in Night of the Living Dead 3.
We got to go back to that again.
Fuck you, dude.
I think we're at an hour 20. I think we should bring in Doppelganger Kangabanger.
Yeah, let's
Yes,
go,
I
Brody.
want to hear what he
Clearly,
has.
obviously,
About
recap.
all fucking night.
I say clearly, super recap. We all really enjoyed the movie. So,
Yes.
it is it's a long fucking movie, and there's a lot to talk about, dude. There's a lot of depth in this movie in comparison. So, let's see what the Doppelganger Kangabanger has to say about Terrifier 2.
Okay, I'm gonna refresh real quick. By the way, guys.
The intro playing.
My Tommy gun don't.
Get ready, ladies and gentlemen, because Caney is cutting in. Snip, fucking snip. Howdy folks, it's BKB back for another episode of Gore. This week I'm here to talk to you about Terrifier Part 2. Now, look, I'll be straight up honest. Look, I've got to respect Damien for creating such a, well, which I feel is a really iconic horror character. Definitely up there as one of the greats, well, the upcoming greats for future.
What's going on?
What happened?
What the fuck happened?
It just froze.
Oh, I'm sorry. I paused it. Did you guys hear the birds chirping in the video?
No.
Yeah. You
Okay.
fucking just confused the hell out of me. I'm like, did I just have a bad
You
moment?
just paused it.
What
Left
is
us
going
hanging.
on? Yeah,
I
tell
thought my
us you're gonna
computer
pause
spoke
it.
out for a second.
My computer was
John?
fucking up
I'm
again.
like, am I in hell? What is going on? Because I see
Yes.
everybody moving. Everybody's moving. Brody's frozen. What in the
No.
fucking matrix is going on right now?
It's the Terrifier. All right.
But these type of films aren't something that I'm going
He's
to
at the fucking
rush
zoo,
out in
dude.
a heartbeat and watch necessarily. I mean, Terrifier 1 was okay. I enjoyed this one a lot more than the first. But when it's just like, don't get me wrong, I'm all about that gore extravaganza, and what they have in these films are fucking creative and effective. But I feel like for me personally with a horror movie, I just wanted, that a little bit more exposition in the story itself, where this film felt really boring to me. And I understand there's a third film and potentially a fourth to maybe explain everything what's happening, but I felt like they should have really ended this film with maybe more of a statement than a question mark at times. And there's a lot of stuff happening in this movie that's not really even needed throughout the long, boring dialogue parts. I think Damien edited it, so it's kind of understandable that he was able to sort of maintain and keep what he wanted in there. But I think he probably should work with an editor. Maybe he did on the third film. I have not seen it. So my review could be a little bit off because of the things that I'm not really understanding with this film that are explained in the third. That's why I said that this film should have probably ended with a statement to sort of clear up some of the questions that happen in this film.
Well, he's gonna hate the end of part 3.
But yeah, like I can really respect this being an independent film, and it's starting to really break ground for a lot of people in the horror community. And yeah, like I mean, I love the character of Art. I think it's fucking cool. It's a really simple and effective design, and it's great to bring back that serial slasher killer of a clown. It's been heavily used out throughout the horror filmography, and it's great to see something new and fresh with this character. And the kills, like I mentioned earlier, that follow in this film, oh my god, we get some fantastic fucking kills in this that even had me sort of cringing. And you know what I'm like with eyes, when that Sheila in the bedroom gets her eye slit, I'm like, oh, here we fucking go, we're in for a wild ride. So that really set a statement and going, fuck, we're just going to go hard, we're going all in with the ultra violence. And boy, did not disappoint with this film. Absolutely fantastic practical effects. For an independent film, this film looks actually really fucking good. I even thought the acting at times throughout some of the characters were really, really solid, considering I've never even heard of these actors before, and that's fantastic to see. But obviously the standout is David playing Art. You know, every time he graces the screen with his presence, you really can't take your eyes off it. Even the comedic element works throughout this film with Art, you know, playing with his victims, whether or not he's like obviously killing someone, but just sort of tormenting him. I think it works throughout the blocking. Damien's really stepped up his game as a director in this film, considering the first film. You know, he's definitely knows what he wants and knows how to, you know, really flush that character trait out in this film, and it's absolutely great to fucking see. And as for someone like me who hasn't seen part 3, and I know you guys have, there's really no point in me asking any questions about the supernatural elements that happen throughout this film, because I'm not entirely sure, but they might be explained in the third film, so there's really no point in me spoiling it on here, getting your views about that. So yeah, I won't do that. I won't have it spoiled for me. So yeah, shave 30 to 40 minutes off this film throughout the edit, and we are fucking all sweet. You know, I really respect this film. I respect the director for what he's done and able to bring something new and fresh to the horror community. You know, I'll just quickly mention the cinematography with them neon blues and pinks incorporated with, you know, the soundtrack to this movie, the synthwave, which I've been a fan for fucking years. It's great to see unfold. It plays out extremely well throughout this, you know, the visual aesthetic of this film. But yeah, saying that, I'm going to have to give this a Gore score of a solid 4. So it's a film that I'm not going to go back and, you know, rush out to see in a heartbeat or whatever it is, but I'll maybe put it on if I get bored here and there, whatever it may be. So look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about the fucking film, and I'll catch you gentlemen next week. So cheers, amigos.
Cheers, homie.
Cheers, Brody.
Cheers, brother. Thank you.
All right, let me get Brody out of there. Let's pop us back. Oh, cool. I did it auto style. All right. So, not gonna lie, I didn't think Brody was gonna give us that high of a number. The way he kind of came in with that review a little bit. So, the fact that he still gave it a respectable 4, even with his thoughts on it. Thank you very much, man. It's solid.
Absolutely.
And I think it's a good bar setter for sure. That being said, is there anything else to discuss? If not, I'm going to hand the reins to Chad Daddy.
No, I think we got a pretty meaty talk in here about it.
Big meat. No, I'm not going to do
meat. We got some meat mountain.
That's right.
So
we need more meat.
That's what she said.
We have the meats.
So the scenes shot in the Terrifier haunted house were filmed in a real haunted house called Fright Factory in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The filmmakers used what was already available to them.
Let's go.
Nice.
Gotta go. Chad Daddy's the closest.
I don't want to go to Philly, though. I hate Philly.
I agree. Philly sucks to drive through. But I would do it for Terrifier. David Howard Thornton, who plays Art the Clown, performed voiceover for the Art Krispies cereal commercial during the dream sequence.
Yep. So I told Mel last night, I said, I was listening to it and I paused it and she's like, what? I said, that's David. And I rewound it and I'm like, that's David. That's his Joker voice. Like when he does the Joker character, that's the voice he uses. So I knew right away when I heard it, but I never noticed it until yesterday.
Cool, stupid question, but what does he do the Joker in? Like just
he did like a monologue. He did a monologue for like college and stuff, and he's got a lot of stuff on his YouTube of him as the Joker. Okay. And dude, I would love to see him as a live action Joker.
That would be great. Yes.
I mean, would he fit into the Batman universe, or is it a little different?
It depending on how they went about it, he could easily fit in that universe. I'm
just saying because we know that's a rated R Batman, so I feel like if you're gonna go hard with the Joker, that's gonna be one to do it.
Yeah. I think he would be able to pull it off very easily.
Word. Awesome. Chad Daddy.
The movie was a completely independently made production. Money was raised through several sources without the aid of a studio, and writer-director Damien Leone created all the special effects himself in order to cut costs. He was able to be uncompromising in his depiction of violence and gore because there was no studio making demands or insisting on cuts.
Good for him.
And people say you can't do that. It's like, no, it's just been shown you can.
Dude, there's some people out there that do literally hate this franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And it's weird. Like, I mean, I always joke that I'm like, I hate Scream. Like, I don't hate Scream. I just don't care for Scream. You know what I mean? Like, that's
yeah.
Like,
But
it's like, why do you hate it though?
You want to know why they hate it? Because they couldn't fucking do it if they wanted to, regardless if it's a horror film or not.
I mean, you're probably not wrong. But I think it's also just because it's like, and I'm sure I can't speak for you guys, but it's more of like Brody said in his review. It's like a bring back of like that 80s kind of slasher that we've been missing for a long time. Obviously takes it to the next fucking level, 100%, right?
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
It gives us something that we've all been wanting for such a long time, and it does it in like a good way. And I feel like that's the staying power of it. But it's just like, man, it's like, how could you hate on that, dude? Even if you didn't care for it, I get it. But to say it absolutely is like trash, it's like, nah, man, you can't deny the fucking power of this goddamn fucking thing.
No, you can't.
But Chad Daddy, back to you, Homer.
While originally planned for a limited theatrical release for a single weekend, the movie reached top 10 at the box office on multiple weekends, and its theatrical run lasted well past Halloween. The film domestically grossed over $10 million on a $250,000 budget, a 3,900% return on investment, making it the most profitable film of 2022.
Damn,
That's fucking
awesome.
insane.
That's that's what goes to what Bob said, dude. I think half of it's jealousy.
No, that's just the truth.
No,
Like,
you're right, dude.
He's like, I'm gonna make my movie and I'm gonna do it the way I want to do it, regardless of what anybody says. Studios don't like that because they're like, oh well, it's fuck you. You guys don't make good movies anymore.
Can you imagine a studio trying to make something along the lines of Terrifier? It would suck.
Oh, tank too, probably.
Anyway.
As Lauren Lavera is trained in martial arts, she did most of her own stunts in the movie.
Oh no shit.
That's fucking great.
That's even cooler. I wish they kind of like nodded to that, but maybe that would have been like too cheesemo if they had like her doing some training or something beforehand. I don't know.
I think an 80s training montage would have been pretty badass, though.
That's what that's what I was thinking in my head, bro. Maybe not so like cheesy like Freddy 5 where the dude's like, whoa, like doing like shit like that, but
I don't think it needs it.
I don't think it would have hurt.
I don't think it would hurt, but I don't think it needs it.
At the same time, we did say this movie did need to be cut down. So
Just here we are trying to add shit to it.
yeah, no.
Okay, continuing on. When in full makeup as the heinously disfigured Victoria, Samantha Scafidi was almost completely blind. There was one small hole in the fake right eye that she could see through during filming, but between shots the eye could be removed.
I know we're not talking about 3, but it's way creepier in 3.
Yeah, I think they put a little bit more. Well,
but I think an explanation for that is because when we see her in this, she's not yet inhabited by the pale girl.
Right.
And then once the pale girl inhabits her, not only does the
it's
pale
off.
girl have full control, but the vessel also starts to deteriorate. So that's why she's got a more grotesque look.
as well as like the demon just doesn't care about the vessel in itself.
Also,
Plasturbation.
No, we're not talking about that.
The fact that we got a new term
Yeah.
that I never thought we would have.
Yep.
And, yeah. Fucking A, bro.
Writer-director Damien Leone has denied any allegations of misogyny that he got right after making Terrifier. Raised by women who taught him to love horror movies, he spent a lot of time investing in the character of Sienna for Terrifier 2 because he wants the audience to root for her, not Art the Clown. But he also stated the audience often subconsciously identifies with the killer and that it's virtually impossible to create something in the 2020s that doesn't offend anyone.
Fucking.
I
He
thought he
is
did a fucking
not
great job
wrong
with it,
by
dude.
that statement.
No, he's
He
not.
is.
He
But like Sienna's a fucking badass character, man.
Oh,
Like,
Sienna,
I thought he did
I-
a great job with it.
She is
I-
a strong final girl.
I
Like
Yes.
love her. Absolutely.
she is absolutely fucking amazing. And just watching her grow, even in the little short time that she does have her growth and her rebirth in this film was awesome. I loved it.
She's great. She's a strong character for any woman and man. I will say it's for all of us to take some notes.
That's your next
Okay.
cosplay, Bobby. Make it happen.
Chad,
I don't
you
know
want
if
to
I'm
answer
gonna
Brody's question there, bud?
Do we get explanations of Supernatural the Third that play out in this film? Yes and no.
You get a little bit more understanding of it.
You get a little bit of exposition, but then there's other questions that are raised as well.
Yeah, dude, they definitely give you like a salad on this one.
But you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
there's no you don't get that typical bad guy telling you everything scene.
No, it's not a full scream ending exposition
Yeah.
dump where it's like, here we go. Anyways,
All right,
Chad Daddy, back to
continue.
you, brother.
The little pale girl's prosthetic teeth were switched from upper to lower and vice versa to make her look more unsettling.
Well, it worked.
Ooh.
Yo, just flip them shits. There we go.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The little pale girl was originally going to be more of an Italian horror, Edgar Allan Poe inspired girl wearing a sundress with flowers. But after the success of Terrifier, the writer and director saw pictures pop up of people dressing up as Art the Clown for Halloween, including several women and little girls. He knew he had to do something with this, so the girl was redesigned as a small girl version of Art.
Which honestly, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's weird,
great.
it's gross, and it's awesome.
And it's scary.
yes.
I'm telling you, man. When I do my paranormal investigations, if they're like, "Oh, there's a kid ghost here," I'm like, "Fuck." The kid ghosts and kid entities just scare me more than fucking anything. I don't know why. It's just so
They're more
unsettling.
wild cards, bro.
Yeah, you know what the fuck they're gonna do?
Yo, man, if you're ever on an investigation and you see fucking some yellow ass eyes, come on.
I'm out.
Run.
I'm fucking out,
Run.
bro.
The investigation is over.
Steve's throwing his camera at the fucking shadow and running the other way. Fuck it, eh? Oh, Chad Daddy.
Continuing, filming of Terrifier 2 began in October 2019 and was almost complete before COVID-19 quarantines.
Damn you, COVID.
Yeah.
All right.
David Howard Thornton was disgusted when he had to pull the innards out of the bodies of the victims. He said they were cold, slimy, and gross.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the only way it needs
I
to be.
mean, it's
Can we get some heating jelly on these, please? Like, what else you got, brother?
onward.
Director Damien Leone stated in an interview with Bloody Disgusting's podcast, The Boo Crew, actor David Howard Thornton was very active in writing Art's character. He and Leone brainstormed the kills together and even took the COVID-19 pandemic as an opportunity to expand upon pre-existing kills in the film.
Interesting. All right, so
Hell
time
yeah.
used wisely. All right.
Mhm.
Yeah, you have to.
When Brooke's boyfriend Jeff first appears at the Halloween party, he arrives wearing a ghost costume made of a white bed sheet with a pair of glasses, a direct reference to the original horror movie Halloween.
I saw that right away and I'm like,
Yep.
got it.
Okay, Art's face makeup is similar to Marcel Marceau, who was a legendary mime. Marceau survived the Nazi occupation and saved many children in World War II. He was regarded for his peerless style pantomime, moving audiences without uttering a single word. It was known to the world as a master of silence.
I don't imagine he had like the crazy like witch's nose though going on. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
When criticizing Jonathan's plan to dress up as Art the Clown for Halloween, Sienna says it is in poor taste, and for that reason, people don't dress up as Dahmer or Charles Manson. The screenplay for the movie was written before the Netflix series Monsters 2022 became popular.
And everybody
So-
fucking dressed as Dahmer.
I'm not gonna lie, man. It's not
Yeah.
even that, dude. But like, and Bob can attest to this. It is in poor taste, first of all. Let me just say that, right? Like 100%. These dudes are really like heinous motherfuckers that actually killed real people. The few times I've been down in Jersey, and I'm not trying to start enemies or anything like that, but there is a motherfucker that dresses as Gacy, and it's like every time I see that shit, it's like, bro, you can pick any fucking clown to dress as, and you're actually gonna pick the guy that did that shit. Like what? And people take fucking photos with him and shit all the time, and I'm just like, I don't even know how I feel about this, dude.
Yet if that was the real Gacy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just fucked up, dude. So
No, I listen, as a horror nerd, as like all of us are, I see it. I'm like, what are we trying to accomplish?
But you know what, Jonathan had a good point though when they brought up Manson. Manson never killed anybody.
That's true. That is actually.
I feel like that's just like that one of like that's like little edgelord shit that just happened.
Yeah.
Like everybody knows that, but they gotta just like bring that up. Like, well, technically,
he never killed anybody.
yeah.
Kill him, Turds.
Chad.
The Zoltar fortune teller machine from Big can be seen in the Halloween store.
Yep.
Yes, it is there.
Yo, fuck that machine.
I want to be big. Yeah,
Not height wise.
not highway.
When the film's effects are 99% practical, director Leone did use digital effects in certain scenes. When Ricky gets killed, Leone had the actor's face digitally put onto a fake head. This was done to show the eyeball opening and closing and the face twitches. The other kill was the bedroom kill scene. Leone digitally put the actress's real eyeball on the dummy, so when she wakes up, the eye opens.
But see,
It's little things. So I didn't mind
It
it.
blended well.
Yeah,
Right.
It's a tool. It was used as a tool.
Well, it's like in part 1, I never realized that in the pizza shop, the fucking pumpkin that's on the counter, full fucking CGI pumpkin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Didn't even fucking realize because I never paid that close attention.
I'm still
to it.
cool with it though.
Yeah, I'm
Still
cool
fine.
with it. Whatever.
Then they redid that in like
Halloween.
Yeah. Anyways.
Continue.
Okay, the director and special effects creator Damon Leone stated the most complex kill scene to shoot was the alley kill scene in the bedroom, obviously. They were shooting the scene for 2 days when the COVID-19 pandemic hit and all filming had to be temporarily halted. Leone used that time to redesign the kill and prepare the special effects for when they could resume shooting again. All the previously shot material was scrapped and the new scene was shot over 2 weeks. He credits the actress Casey Hartnett for relentlessly screaming throughout the long shoot, which really sold the horror. In the ending scene where Allie's mother discovers art mutilating her body, Leone built a life-size animatronic dummy of her. The whole room was a built set, while operators used rods under the bed and behind the wall to move the dummy. He used rubber gloves with tubing in her chest to make her appear to be breathing. When David Howard Thornton, who plays Art the Clown, saw the realistic dummy come to life for the first time, he said it scared him so much he almost soiled himself.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
Very fitting for this movie.
Seriously.
I feel like out of all the gross stuff in this movie, that's still the part where I'm just like, ew. Dude, when she shits on that floor. Like it's just, I feel like that's the grossest part, dude. Like,
And it
As she's smiling.
stop. It doesn't stop. Is the thing. It's like it goes on. Like it feels like it goes on so long.
It's like a cow taking a shit.
Mel goes, what is that? She's shitting. No, she's not. Yes, she is. That is diarrhea. That's
that
what
is
that is.
straight up
It's
Taco
bloody
Bell,
diarrhea.
3 a.m. Fuck yeah, dude.
That is the Jaeger shits right there.
Ugh.
Ugh, I hate Jaeger.
That's
Oh,
like he ate like 2 bags of hot fries after a bunch.
I love hot fries. Oh.
Anyways, anything else,
Art-
Daddy?
Art the Clown was originally going to be seen smoking one of Brooke's cigarettes after he killed her in a way similar to how some people might smoke a cigarette after having sex. This was the only reason why Brooke was made to be a smoker for the film.
Oh.
I don't know, that's weird, but... The acid that Art the Clown took from the morgue and later threw on Brooke's face was fluoroantimonic acid, which is known as a super acid, and is one of the strongest acids in the world. Coming into direct contact with it would likely kill you.
Yeah, well, she kind of held that out like a champ for a little bit.
Not long, but long enough.
Wait,
Go ahead.
she didn't die from the acid, right? He hit her with the fucking the leg post thing, right?
Yeah, it just kept
Yeah.
bashing her chest in
Beat the
and
shit
ripped her heart
out.
out.
Yeah, Jesus. Oh yeah, he ate her heart. Oh yeah, we never.
Cannibal.
Why did he eat her heart?
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, we ate face, I guess, before, but and he was nibbling on Jonathan too.
Yes, he was. He was eating his leg.
Well, wasn't he eating his fingers at first? And then he bit his
No, he
leg,
was
right?
eating the leg and then he bit
It
his
was the
hand.
leg.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was
okay,
eating
sorry.
because he wakes up and he's like,
No, he was nibbling on he did nibble on his wrist a little bit too.
He was giving
Yes, he
love,
did.
love
He
bites.
loved it.
love bites.
Although as before, Art is silent throughout the film. The scene where he's forcing a door open to get to Jonathan, he can clearly be heard growling or grunting while breaking down the door.
Oh, see, now I got to go watch it again because I didn't totally pay attention to it.
And you know what? I'm kind of okay with some every once in a while, like if you see the killer getting to that point of like pissed off, like to where they almost like, dare I say, break.
Yeah, the
that doesn't
breaking
bother-
character.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me. I don't know.
I want to shit myself if they let him talk in part 4.
No, see, I don't want the full on talk. It's
One
weird.
word.
Fuck.
No, he,
Say something. Something.
he talks, but his voice is the same as that guy from fucking Grown Ups. The guy from Saskatchewan.
Oh,
You ever heard Mrs. Saskatchewan?
No, he can't talk.
No, he shouldn't talk.
No. Anyway, continue.
In the Halloween store, when Art is posing with the cashier's head, there's a clown figure behind him dressed like Pennywise from Stephen King's It.
Mm-hmm. It just has a different clown mask.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Actress Leah Voisey had auditioned for Sienna and her friends Allie and Brooke before co-producer Jason Levy, who knew about Voisey's singing and guitar skills, invited her to be the host that performed a song in the Clown Cafe dream sequence, which, after being filmed, led to Leone bringing her back to appear as a nurse in the credits scene.
I thought that was her,
Yeah.
dude. Nice.
And she's
we
in
got
the
a little
Ice Nine
Chris-
Kills video for
I
the
haven't
song
watched
they
that.
did. Yeah, it's fucking cool.
Right.
It's like a little short film.
I do like the fact that Chris Jericho's in there, that he's just doing like his toe dipping into all like horror and shit like that. I think it's cool. And we get more of him in 3. So
Yes, we do.
fucking
We
hell.
do.
And finally, while Leone had secured full funding for the film from a handful of private investors prior to filming, he launched an Indiegogo with a $50,000 goal to finance a practical effects-driven scene and to attach a well-known actor to the project. The campaign was a major success, grossing over $125,000 in the first week. It reached a total of $250,000 by the end of the campaign, 430% more than the initial goal.
Dude, this movie was just a machine
Literally.
from the start to the finish, man. Could you imagine though how pissed off studios must have been knowing that this movie came in like the most bank for that year for what it was? God, that's got to be a kick in the dick, bro. For what they're spending on stupid ass fucking shit sometimes.
Well, dude, it's same thing with Godzilla -1.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not about the budget, man. It's about the fucking story, dude.
Mhm.
Like learn the fucking
Learn the craft.
sometimes you don't need the big name actors, right? Like
Exactly.
Brody said it right here, case point. I think we all there was maybe like 1 or 2 people that we might have known from something else. But into that, they all did their fucking thing. Thank you for that, Chad Daddy. Much
My pleasure.
appreciated. All right, boys, where'd we watch this shit?
Prime.
Freebie.
Freebie.
Prime.
Nobody physical. I'm surprised.
I
didn't-
didn't want
I
to
didn't get a
watch it
chance.
in. I don't want
So
to
you
watch
got-
it in here.
So you guys watched it with commercials then?
I did.
I should just watched it on Prime. No
I
commercials.
don't have
baby.
Prime.
Oh.
So
I didn't feel like paying.
I had
for
to
it.
watch Freebie. I was almost gonna go buy it on physical, but I think I might get that Terrifier pack that they just
Dude, that pack looks
announced.
fucking
It
Dude,
is
I'm
awesome.
stacked, but
getting
I
it.
just I
It's
I don't
kind of
think I
some
could-
money though, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Was it
can't
like
bring myself-
130?
135, I think.
Totally worth it. Totally worth it.
Totally
Yeah.
worth it. Absolutely.
Because if you think about it, if you get the 4K, because is it 4K that they're coming with?
They're all 4K.
They're all 4K. You get a VHS also. You get
See,
all
I
the
don't care.
other
I don't
extras.
fucking want a VHS. I think it's dumb.
I do. I have a fucking. I want to watch it on
I
VCR.
I mean, I do
Maybe
have a
he'll come out
VHS
of-
player. I could watch it on.
I'm saying
VHS.
maybe he'll come out of it, out of the tape.
Oh,
Right.
imagine if it was something completely different, like some whole other like Christmas
Like
art kind of
Sienna
thing.
comes out. Oh wait, what?
Ooh.
Oh, right.
Fucking A, bro. All right. Douche of the film. I'm going with her friend.
Brooke.
Yeah, her friend.
Brooke. Yep.
Absolutely.
Thank you for the name.
Definitely.
She was go
I
ahead.
wanted
Chad.
to go with her mom. I wanted to go with her
Okay.
mom because her mom was very cunty, but because she had a reason for it. And you brought that up, that she did have a reason for her, being the way that she was. So I'm gonna have to go with Brooke as well.
And for me, it wasn't just the reason that she drugged her. It was the way she treated her when they were driving her home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
being a
such
total bitch about it.
Like, what the
Exactly.
fuck was that? Like, bitch, fuck you. You drugged me. Like, fuck you.
Take me home, bitch.
Well, she kept throwing that out there. She's like, I'm on the same stuff you are. It's like, yes.
But
However,
you didn't tell her.
right. There's a difference in knowing versus not.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck? Because sometimes if you aren't in a good headspace and you're taking some shit like that, you're going to have a bad fucking time. And clearly she flipped the script. So, favorite kill.
Oh God.
Damn. See,
Bedroom.
that's
The bedroom. I know it's
Well,
the bedroom for me.
yeah, but see, like with the bedroom thing, that's more of a torture. Like, yeah, she dies, whatever, but it's
It's bedroom. It's bedroom. She dies.
That's fine.
For me.
I'm still thinking.
I almost want to go with the coroner kill at the very beginning.
that's exactly what I was thinking, Chad Daddy.
Ooh, God damn it.
Ooh,
That
that's-
was a good
that-
one.
We're going
Just
to-
because the way he splits his skull open and digs his brain out at the end.
Oh, fuck. That was a solid one to bring in.
I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
Brooke because for one, fuck her.
Fair.
And two, we get to see him just like fucking beat the fuck out of her and then eat her heart.
That was cool.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. Oh, so we got dude in the beginning. We got guy in the laundromat, which we didn't really see the kill. We saw the aftermath. Brooke,
Store
bedroom
clerk.
girl.
Brooke's boyfriend.
Wait, store clerk.
Oh yeah, the black
Halloween
store. Yeah, the store clerk.
Oh, ooh,
Yeah, that was a good one too.
I'm going that one. I think I'm gonna go that one because that was a full solid kill and then set up too. I liked how he was waiting for the pose. he got the one kid and he's like, all right, fuck this shit. Let's do it. Thank you for reminding me of that one. That takes us to best scene.
Boy.
I'm the whole scene in the costume shop. Art clowning around.
God damn it.
I love it. It just makes me laugh every time.
Might have to agree with you on that
With the
one,
goofy fucking sunglasses and the googly eyes.
Oh God.
Actually, though, at the same time, like I want to, and it's not as big of a scene, but I like it because this is where, to me, it started getting some real depth into this movie. I liked when we actually discovered the father's sketchbook, and we figured out,
Ooh.
and we see. This is where all the questions in our heads start forming because we're just like, whoa, how's he see this shit? How's he got all these drawings? Like, we've seen all these kills per the first movie and shit. You know what I mean? So,
Bro, I just had a thought. Imagine in part 4, the way part 4 ends, the dad wakes up and it was all a dream. It was a vision
I
that
would
he
be
saw.
so fucking pissed.
It was
I'd
a
be mad.
fucking
That would be
vision.
pissed.
It was all
That
a
would piss
vision
me
of
off.
what's gonna happen.
that'd
Would piss me
be
off.
fucking lame. It's like, 4 movies for nothing.
Oh, we're talking
You know
about
something?
best scene.
Favorite. Yeah.
Yeah,
what's-
7
yeah.
movies, 7 seasons of Lost, all fucking nothing. Fuck you. Never gonna
I'm gonna go with the laundromat scene.
Ooh.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
that
go with
was
that.
pretty- that was see,
it's
I
the
laughed
right
my
way-
ass off at that too, just because like him being like just him doing his little mannerisms at the fucking paper, like reading about a car crash and shit. Like that.
Yeah.
And laughing at it.
Right. Just
I'm gonna go the mashed
Mm.
potato scene.
potatoes. Hey.
Dude,
All right.
alligator.
I want to give a special runner-up though to the scene where Jonathan sees the little pale girl in the van
Yeah,
because that was super
Ooh.
creepy.
creepy as hell.
Yes. Agreed.
God damn, dude.
Did y'all just hear that?
You know what? I
I
think.
heard something.
Yeah, it might be my ladies upstairs. So I'm kind of a tie, right? Like I really like the laundromat scene because I think it's a good, just like, all right, we're in this movie, we're in this universe, get a new character, blah blah blah. But on the flip side, I'm not even gonna pick like any kind of a scary scene or anything. I'm actually gonna pick our opening scene with Sienna building her costume.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I
Ooh, okay.
fucking love that scene. I love the
Yeah, I
music
agree.
in that scene.
Mm.
It's literally like it's such a solid way to fucking open this. Because like I feel like that's how the movie's already started, but I feel like that's almost like the opening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's where it should be like Terrifier 2. Like if it was going to do the title card. So all right, worst moment or scene. I'm gonna go dick stabbing. That kind of hurt.
Ugh.
It wasn't a bad scene, but it was just like, oh my god.
At least it wasn't a chainsaw to the dick.
And then he rubs the dick
we
on
get
the window.
You know, I've already had a few movies this year where I'm like, I don't have a bad scene. This is also going to be one of them. I don't.
I gotta disagree, and I just gotta say, just the whole Clown Cafe dream sequence
Was
it
a
just
little
need
long.
to be. It went a lot long. That's the only
That's
thing.
fine. You know what? I'll
Condensed
give
that
you
a little bit.
I'll go with definitely a little long.
Yeah, but does that
But
really
not
make
like
it
that.
worst scene?
No.
For me, it does because it
I
just
don't-
drags.
It's just because I had to keep hearing the fucking song for like 5 more minutes than I needed to.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
I don't want to be like Bobby, but I'm gonna be like Bobby because I can't think of anything that I thought was just like a bad scene.
No, there's not any scene where I'm just like, this was
Like there's nothing that I hated in this movie. Like
Yeah.
I've seen this movie like damn near, I can't even tell you, so many times, and
I'm
I could
probably
go
at
put it
least
on-
over 5 now. I would say.
I'm way beyond that. I could go put it
Well,
on
yeah,
again
you
and
saw
watch
like
it.
3 or 4 times in the fucking
I
theater.
saw it 4
dude.
times in theater and then
Yes.
watched the Blu-ray like
You don't
another-
count when it comes to that
10
shit, dude. I
times,
can't
yeah.
like
I
you're
can-
like, yeah, I saw it 4 times already. You're like, bro, I haven't even made it near the theater yet. Like, Jesus.
I can't pick a bad scene. I can't. So
No.
I want to be like Bobby.
When it ended because I needed more.
I needed more.
Well, yeah, that.
Fair. I'm surprised we've never said that really on anything else. Usually we're like best scene when it ended.
When it
It's
ended.
terrible. All right. Did the opening scene hook you in?
Fuck yeah,
Yes.
it did.
Yeah,
Because it
absolutely.
picked up right where the other one left off.
Yeah. Direct continuation, solid. Most attractive character.
Sienna.
Sienna and the
Yeah.
mom.
Sienna, especially in her costume,
Well, yeah.
Naked art.
naked art.
He's got like a grandpa build, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
David, if you're watching this, I don't agree. Very mad.
Fair.
Yeah,
All right, let's see.
definitely Sienna.
You know what? Maybe I'll just throw also a little Felicia Rose there too, just for the hell of it.
Just because.
Because yeah.
But she has a wiener, man.
Not in real life.
Not in
Not in real life, buddy.
Not real life.
You mean that wasn't a real movie? That didn't really happen in real life?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. All right. That takes us to, did the score set the mood?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because the Terrifier theme in itself is awesome, and they utilize that for partial score. But the rest of it's just solid, dude. There's score, and then there's obviously soundtrack too. And soundtrack also fucking like hits the
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
to which that would take us to best song.
Clown Cafe.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Fuck
Get out
you.
of here with that
It's the
bullshit.
best fucking song.
No,
it is
it's
the best
not.
song. Yes, the fuck it is, because not only does Ice Nine Kills use it in their fucking music video, it's also how we know Art's coming back.
No.
I'm with that, you know.
I'm picking Clown Cafe.
God damn it. What the fuck was that? What was it? I'm trying to think. It's the song literally that where Sienna's doing. Oh, it's the Equalizer. What the hell? Is that?
Yeah.
It's I think is that yeah, the Equalizer, Not Alone. That's what it's called. I like that one, dude. It's got that really good synth fucking wave. Just throws in that little bit of robot voice every once in a while. You boys, anything else?
Was that the one that played at the club?
No, that was a different
Played,
one, but that one was solid too.
That's what I'm gonna pick. Is the one in the club?
Oh yeah,
Club one. All
the
right.
one I'm with Johnny.
I could tell you if I was had my fucking phone looking at the list, but I'm looking at our list. That takes us to favorite character.
Sienna again.
I actually got to agree with you, Chad Daddy, dude. I think I love
She's a
art.
strong
I
character.
do. But like Scoop said earlier, man, she's a badass final girl, dude.
Yes,
Mhm.
she is. Sienna, Jonathan, Art in that order for this movie.
Like Jonathan's not a bad character, but there's just not.
He doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. I was like, if he was like more, because like if he was more part of it, but I don't think he ever was like meant to be. It's more like a tag along.
He's more like a
That's
prop than anything.
Well, yeah, he was. I mean, and you're right on that because he was a prop to get Sienna to the fucking Terrifier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Sienna also.
I mean, actually, you know what? I also throw in new edition of Pale Girl because
okay.
good addition of character too.
Right on.
And she was creepy.
Yeah,
She's actually creepy. So, to which leads us to, was it scary?
I would say
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you are squeamish, I would say this also can. Is it squelchy?
It is
Yeah, very squelchy.
Very squelchy.
It's the
New
squelch
question.
of squelch.
New more question if it doesn't count for scary. Is it squelchy? Fucking
Yes.
A, dude.
Fucking A. So
Is it
Charlie,
squishy? Good squishy or bad squishy?
Charlie doesn't. I don't let her watch a lot of the movies, and this is one I won't let her watch until she's like way older.
That's
But
fair.
she sees my art mask, or she'll see the cover, or she'll see art on something here in the room, and she looks at him and she goes, "Rawr." That's Art's name. I'm like, who's this? Who's this? And she's all, "Rawr."
Oh, that's so cute.
It's the smile. Figured it out. All right. I feel like I don't even know why I have to ask this question, but does it hold up today?
Fucking A.
Oh yeah.
It's 2 years old. So yes.
No, it doesn't.
It's very much a product of its time.
Yeah, seriously.
A little bit. Acting?
Pretty
A
top notch.
plus.
Pretty
I
good.
would say it was
Pretty good.
solid.
Yeah.
Especially for a bunch of unknowns.
There were some parts.
Potentially unknowns.
There were some parts with like the mom where it felt like she was trying too hard. But
Little WB.
yeah, but it worked.
Chad's like, I get that reference.
I do. I very much do.
All right, that takes us to cinematography. I think it was pretty solid. Like,
Yeah, beautifully shot.
what did we? I'm trying to think of any like particular. Is there any crazy like shots in general? I mean, we get a lot of like up close, great looking gore, obviously. And
I mean, like the face rip was cool. Like that was shot really cool when he's after he gets done torturing the girl, putting the bleach and salt and stuff, he like rips her face off. That was
even
cool.
that first eye cut, dude, was pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
was-
pretty stellar right there.
there
That
was a
really
lot
great
of-
shot.
There was a lot of especially with the kills, the cinematography in the kills was really good. But even like when the pale girl's sitting in the van and all you see is her silhouette and her eyes.
That's it.
Them's fighting words, Brody.
Brody,
The big fighting words.
don't fucking even.
You didn't like that movie, Brody. Don't even go there.
I wonder if it's one of those ones. If I gave that a second chance, if I would like it more.
I
or
wanted
not.
to watch it again. I don't know why.
It's
I
because you want to fucking
hated it.
analyze it, dude. Because you're trying to figure out. You're like, what? You know, to me, it's. I feel like I need to know why so many people like that movie. And I can't figure it out.
For the
I don't
audio
need to
only
know.
listeners, Brody said Cemetery Man holds up better than this movie. And then he made kind of a goofy face. Brody did not like Cemetery Man at all. So
No, even he
Don't
said, "What the
believe
fuck did I just watch?" So,
Yeah, and you gave
There you go.
Terrifier 2 a 4.
he's poking,
Stop.
he's stirring the pot. That's all.
which is fair. That's fair. Because you know what? Gene even said he's like, Gene, we know Gene prefers Cemetery Man over this, so
Yeah.
that was already stated.
Again, I got questions, but it's okay.
Hey man, you know what? Everybody's got it. Everybody floats to a different boat, man.
That's true. Yes.
Different strokes.
Easy
for
one.
different
Did we
folks.
like the premise?
Yeah.
You know that scene? That's but no. Yes, of course I like the premise.
Yeah, man. It's expanded universe and story for this. So taking it out of the abandoned apartment building from the first one. Climax, was it satisfying? She cut his head off, dude.
She
So I was
fucking
like,
fucked him up.
Was the
Yeah.
climax satisfying? Yeah, but because
I liked it.
you
I
can't
loved
call the
it.
post-credits scene, that whole what the fuck thing, the climax, because that was after the credits. So yeah, the climax, yes. The after credits was a big what the fuck that does get answered, but man, that was fucked up.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
a good one.
But here's the thing:
It's a good fucked up.
watching it again, and unfortunately knowing
what's coming.
Fortunately or unfortunately?
No, it's
knowing what-
fortunately
Okay,
knowing
right,
what's
yeah.
coming.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like,
Unfortunately,
It-
if you
it
haven't seen
Right.
3 yet.
Right.
Fortunately, because we have seen 3 and we know what's coming.
I just
but
feel it
Yes.
like almost retconning it in your head. It makes way more sense of what the fuck you're watching.
yeah.
Right.
But it's
At
a
that
huge
time,
cock
you're like-
tease. Watching it without
Yes.
Yeah, we
Terrifier
gotta
3.
watch. We gotta try and watch it without thinking of Terrifier 3.
Yeah, it is a huge cock tease, and you're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Like
Yeah.
Chad Daddy says, this movie answers some questions
But
while
not all.
making you leave with even more questions.
Yep.
Like, excuse me, what did we just see? But no, ending where Art literally is just like, I like how he's holding himself, and then he's just like, just like
Yeah.
just gets ready for it, and she goes fucking ham, man. Lobs his head off, and yeah,
And it wasn't like in other movies where it's a quick one swipe with the sword.
no,
and
she
completion.
chopped.
Oh, yeah,
she had to
chopped.
hack that
Yeah.
thing off.
Fucking
Yeah.
right, which is good.
Wasn't
And she did.
wasn't
That-
as razor sharp as she said it was.
No, not at all. I mean, it was still metal, but it was
Yeah.
a little blunt. All right, boys. Recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot. I'm fucking
Rewind.
rewinding this one.
Rewind twice a day. if I
Rewind.
could.
I don't know about that many times, but
I'm just
couple
saying,
times
I
a
am
year.
so glad to be alive in this lifetime when Terrifier exists. That's all I'm saying.
I'm
Agreed.
just glad. Is that the spoiler in 3? Maybe. I apologize if we spoiled anything for 3. If anybody hasn't seen 3,
I don't think we did.
We didn't really spoil
No,
anything.
we
I
really
don't think
did.
we said anything specific. Like just more things that get alluded to from this. So,
Yes.
which is good. All right. That being said, Brody started us off with a 4. Mr. Ramone, what you got, homie?
4.8.
4.8. Damn.
Five.
Scoob's going say solid 5. All right. Chad Daddy.
I enjoy it too much, man.
I do
4.5.
too.
It needs 4.5, and that's because it needs to be just a little bit shorter.
4.5 from Chad Daddy and
Said
myself.
no woman ever.
Because I'm literally with Chad Daddy, man. I mean, this movie, you cut off a solid 20, 25 minutes. I think you got a way like better fucking package.
Yeah.
So that being said, but still a solid fucking movie.
Oh,
nonetheless,
still,
dude.
absolutely.
I had a
Oh,
good
yeah.
time watching it again. I think this is like the 4th or 5th time I've seen it. So let's divide that bitch by 5. That would be a 4.6, boys.
All right.
For 2022's Terrifier 2. Now, leading to that question, do we have all the way through December figured out this year or not? Because I know sometimes we don't. Sometimes
Yeah, because we're ending on
we do. November.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters 2
Oh,
on the
okay.
30th.
So we doing Terrifier 3 next year then.
It's on my list. It's number 1 on my list.
I knew
Okay.
it would be. That's why I
Well-
didn't put it on mine, because I knew it was going to be on yours.
I figured
Oh,
it was
yeah,
going to be
same
on
thing.
somebody's. I just didn't know if we were going to try to squeak it in this year or just like the last one. We've done a
If-
Terrifier each
if-
year. So kind of.
If we all have it, I mean, it'll be available for streaming and stuff, but if we all have it and we want to switch out whatever my pick is for this, my pick is fucking Ghostbusters.
Yeah, and that's New Year's Eve, baby. So
Yeah,
it's
we
like
can't-
that's-
Yeah, we got
that's-
We got to watch
No,
that.
no, no, you
Stick with
can't.
what we got. Let's stick with what we got. We'll move.
No,
to-
next year's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's
It'll
more
just
than
give us
fine.
another
We
reason
can
to
even
watch it
even
next year.
open the new year with Terrifier 3 if you guys
Fucking
want.
hey, let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it.
because it's a Christmas movie. Oh damn! It is
All
a
right.
Christmas movie. Fuck.
It is.
All right.
That's all right. So 4.6 for Terrifier 2. Chad Eddie, what are we covering next week?
Next week is a DKB pick. It's called Dark Harvest. I know nothing about this.
Oh, I've watched this. I've watched it.
I think I've seen this one.
It's a fun watch.
Wait. Not 2023, right?
Yeah, it's the
think so.
one. Yeah.
Oh, that's the one?
2023.
Okay, maybe that's not what I was thinking of.
Brody,
Okay.
comment. Is it the 2023 version? Because that's what I've watched before.
That's what I thought it was.
I thought there was a. Is there not a 1990s? Because isn't there a 1992 film? Or maybe is that I'm thinking of something
Not that
different?
I know of now.
I thought that's the one he was talking about, the 1992 film.
I'm not even seeing another film named Dark Harvest except for the one from last year.
Look up 1990s. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is on YouTube.
No, you can find it on
Okay,
Hulu.
there's one from '92. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure if this is the one I'm thinking of, this one's got some crazy gore in it, but I could be wrong. Was that Brody? Let us know which one we're watching. Just wait.
Oh, so
The
there's
latest one,
Yes,
2023.
and
Okay.
he's off.
Okay, cool.
He's off.
Oh,
He can
perfect.
join us.
Oh, sweet, sweet.
Let's do it, Brody.
Hell
Of course,
yeah.
we're gonna have you. You
That's
do
not
not
even a
have
question.
to ask, motherfucker.
Yeah,
We told
it's
you
your
this.
show.
Show up.
It's your show, just like it's our show. Of course,
Hell
we want
yeah.
you on here.
All right, cool. So
DKB next
2023 Dark Harvest. Thank you for answering that, by the way. And where can we find that, Chad Daddy?
Damn it! I closed my app.
That
No,
one
fine.
is on Prime
MGM
Video,
Plus, Prime.
Epix.
Okay, and then obviously you can rent it anywhere
Yeah.
else. Cool. All righty. I'm gonna say we skip near news because we are well past our 2-hour mark.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
So that being said, go watch Dark Harvest. Join us back next week. We will be a full 5 with Doppelganger Kangabanga. Fingers
I'm
crossed.
excited. I'm excited for that.
Cock
I'm
across
so
too.
excited. It's gonna be good.
Fuck yeah, man. And this is his pick. We know our boys all about the scarecrows, dude. So I'm excited to see what this is all about.
I've already watched it. I enjoyed it. So, but we'll see it next week.
Good know. All right. So 3 of our cherries will be popped next week.
Yeah.
Bob, start us off, homie.
This is your killing machine, Bobby and Moan, saying happy Halloween, motherfuckers. Get plenty of candy and enjoy and be safe. We will see you on Monday.
This is your host with the ghost, the Prince of Paranormal, Lord Scuba Cabra, saying happy Halloween. Hope you have a good one. Get all that candy and make sure you don't get any razors in those apples.
Basically, just stay away from the apples. You don't want apples. You want candy.
yeah.
It's Halloween.
What
Now,
about
this is
candy?
your. What's that?
What about candy apples?
I'm not a fan of
Still
candy
could do
caramel
one.
apples, but not candy apples.
Either way,
Yeah.
understandable.
And also, this is your dark little knowledge, your Chad Daddy way down yonder in the Chattahoochee saying, trick or treat, motherfucker.
And this is your not so mean fluff master Supreme Big Johnny D saying thank you once again, Gorehounds, for joining us for another fantastic episode of the Gore More podcast. And like the boys said, have a happy Halloween. And save them fucking Reese's for my fat ass. Let's go.
Where did my Reese's go?
Oh yeah, and what was that? Oh, stay fresh cheese.